Yo, what's happening? Happy Sunday to you. Happy May 3rd. Today has been a chill day. Did a lot of cleaning, cleaned up the studio a little bit, did a little bit of house cleaning, hanging out with the baby so my wife could take care of her craft area. Hers is bigger than mine. Today we have a special guest, none other than my friend Pat Lee. He's in Hong Kong right now, and he's working on getting some camera stuff to work so he can be on screen. If not, we're gonna just deal with audio. He had an issue where it says his iOS is audio only. He's got an older iOS on his phone, so we shall see. Maybe his iPad will work too. iPad could work as well. There we go. How you guys doing today? You guys doing great? Let's see who's in the chat. Get some hellos out there. Jiff said, just smoked a party bowl. Let's do this. I love that. We're in good company, my friend. Past Master Dan, 14 watchers and 6 likes. Only 6 likes. Oh, man. Xavier Park Sung, hello, my friend. Welcome. Linkovich, hail. How are you, sir? That was funny. Link and I were on Donnie Kate's stream yesterday, watching the stream, and we said hello to each other, and then instantly got blocked, which was just funny because we didn't say anything naughty or bad. We just said hello. That's how it happens sometimes, you know. We cannot be silenced. Let's see who else is in here. Tomba, what's up, Tomba? Lock It Up is in here. Mr. Michael Green, Anonymity T is in here. Dan Price 139, what's up, man? Comicbook Scrapyard, hail. Almighty Skeletron, aka Charles Wright, what's up? Alfred McKay, what's happening? Star Tager, hello. Ordinary Eyeball Drew, good to see you survive. Anners, yeah. Let's talk about that for a second. What up, Mechaside? How are you, sir? Good to see you. So we're going to talk about this for a second. Hail Jude, hail J Money, hail Enemy 993, hail Ron Roby. How are you, sir? So yeah, last night we were on Uncle E's stream, and Cecil said, "Hey, let's go break away and do another one over at my my thing." And I said, "Yeah, cool, let's do it." So it was Malin, Anna, that Star Wars girl, Cecil, and myself. And we're watching different things. I learned about a man who had something like over 100 orgasms in a day. Oh my gosh, he's here. I'm talking about him, and he's here. Mr. Pat Lee. Oh my gosh, man. It's so good to see your face.
Holy shit. It's been ages.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I think the last time we saw each other was you were at the Chateau Marmont in LA.
Yeah, I remember that. We were having breakfast or lunch with my business partner.
That's right. Yeah.
And
you got my then baby daughter. She's turning 9 next week. But she was a little girl, and you got her little barking dog. Man,
time flies, man.
It certainly does. Let's.
Dude, good to see you. It's good to see you.
So good to see you too, man.
Same, man. You still look the same from 20 years ago.
So do you. I just got some gray hairs and stuff.
But don't worry, man. I'm just covering my gray hair, got lots.
That's how we do. John Malin's in the chat. He says, "Wait, Pat has 100 orgasms a day too." So what we're talking about? I know you missed out when I started.
What did I miss out, man?
So I was on a show yesterday with Cecil, John Malin, a girl named That Star Wars Girl, Anna, and we were watching something. I was shown a video where this man, he had slipped a disc, and Death Metal Hero says, "What's up?" He had slipped a disc, and every time he would move, he would start busting nuts in his pants, right? And he couldn't help himself. So there's a news story, and then they ended up doing a follow-up, and he just couldn't take it anymore. So he had it cut off and turned into a lady. So we just thought that was a little weird. But then, and this is something that Anna and John Malin didn't have a problem with, but they moved over to pimple popping videos, those really gross ones.
Okay.
And it was so disgusting that Cecil, the host of the show, was dry heaving, and I myself was feeling a little yucky. So we were talking about that right before you came in. But so you're in Hong Kong right now.
Yeah, I've been here
Cool.
for a while, like almost more than 10 years.
Yeah, I just saw your Instagram. Where could people follow you? Is it Pat Lee Art?
Yeah, Pat Lee Art on Instagram.
Yeah, I saw you were on a boat ride in glorious the bay there, man. That looks so cool.
It was awesome, man. We my friend has a boat, and yeah, a whole bunch of us just went on there and just cruised, because we've been in quarantine for quite some time.
Yeah,
I think,
imagine.
like, I mean, we've had some major protests for 6 months, half a year. Yeah. And then we had you know, the quarantine for the virus like right after that. So we've been in kind of quarantine for like, I don't know, like 8-9 months or something, you know, like
really
it's been crazy here. It's been crazy here. But now things are starting to like get better now.
Yeah.
So everything is kind of like, you know, calm down. So yesterday was like one of my first times like going out, and my friend said, "Oh, why don't you come out on the boat and let's go on a cruise." And then we did some hiking and stuff, and it was really fun. It was really relaxing, and I really needed it, because I've been just working like crazy. Like, so just
I've been following your Instagram and loving your Instagram. So let's
cool.
I want to talk about like our history. So my memory is pretty good. It's not the best, and we fill in the blanks. I told the fart in a bag story to people, but I didn't give them the name of the huffer. I just the witnesses. Okay. You know, I didn't want to put them on.
I was the huffer, man.
Yeah, you weren't the huffer, but so this is what I remember. I was in Toronto. It was 1994. And you showed up, and you brought some work. I remember a Daredevil piece. I remember a Gohan Dragon Ball piece, and I remember flipping out, just like, "Yo, I got to take your stuff back to Rob." Rob saw your stuff and was like, "Yo, this dude needs to join the studio." And then we were off to the races, man. You came along. Around the same time that Shelby Robertson, Dietrich Smith, Logan Libera, we all lived in my apartment like a bunch of crazy people, having nuts stuff. Someone says, "Hey, is this Dreamwave Pat Lee?" One and the same. This is my homie. So 94, man, that was 26 years ago.
I know.
Like we weren't even 26 when we met. You know.
Dude.
I
just remember, like, it was well, you know, for me, I was like, at that time, I think I was like 18 years old or something like that, right? Yeah. And I was looking, you know, I was like going around to different conventions and just trying to get a gig at Marvel or DC or anywhere, right? And so I did a stint with this very small local company called Culture Comics, called Target, and you know, and I would. Yeah, and then I saw you at a Toronto show, and that time, Image was really massive. You know, like it was just like comics was nuts at that time. Yeah, and so and then when we met, I showed you my stuff, and you totally you thought it was cool, so you brought it.
I knew it instantly.
Yeah, cool. And when you called me, I remember when you called me and you're like, "Yeah, Rob wants you to come down and join the studio and stuff." I was like. It was like, you know, like a big dream of mine to, you know, to be in the professional comic book industry. Yeah. So, you know, we have so many stories, man. Like, you know, back in the day.
Back in the green Jeep days, man.
Yeah, man, that was like crazy. It was fun. It was one of the best times of my life. Just being in the environment, being in the extreme bullpen, learning so much from all the artists at Extreme, sitting beside Byron Tallman, and you know, like going into Danny Mickey's office and your office and stuff. And, you know, it was just like, it was fun because it was just like everyone was friends and everyone was just drawing comics and learning from each other.
Yeah.
I learned about Photoshop. I didn't even know about Photoshop, you know what I mean, at that time.
Right.
And so it was my first time, like, you remember Drew?
Of course.
And
Yeah.
Drew and his brother, and you know, when they were doing like all that digital amazing rendering, and everyone would be like, "Oh, can you please like, you know, color my cover?" You know. So yeah, and yeah, it was just great. It was my first time too in LA. You know, 19. So 19 years old. So so it was really like a crazy time, you know, and very inspiring.
Yeah, Drew. I remember Drew. One of the first jobs you did over at Extreme was Black Flag Zero. You did the geisha sequence where the Dojiyama clan comes and kills her mom, and I want to tell you the most favoritist part my 6-year-old son loves about that book is your chapter, and
oh, cool.
Well, it's because of the butts. He says he says the butts are so good, Dad. He's 6, but he loves the way you drew her, and of course, Drew Posada had colored all of those pages, so you got the extra shine on that. I want to show the people in the chat. We got 126 people watching. For some people,
everyone, what's up? I honestly, like, I never do live. I don't think I've ever done live in my life.
Yeah.
But I'm more than happy to do it here on, you know, on your show, man.
It's fun. We have a weird format. Usually I'll bring some of the people in the chat into the mix. So far nobody's ever gotten out of line, and I have a fast kick button, but I've never had to use it. It's just really good. So I want to show the chat this amazing piece that you did. It's Sniper, Geisha, and Rascal, and dude, there's so many fantastic details that you hid. I'm gonna go into it right now, and I'll be able to zoom in. So one of the things I thought was really cool is that you signed it up here in the graffiti.
Yeah.
And then you managed to put a Fragaboom in there.
Oh,
and you also put a Shelby was here, which is like super cool. I love this shoulder pad. I'm probably going to end up drawing him wearing it because it's so damn cool. You did Geisha proper. You gave her the sweet shoulder camera laser, which I love. And then you made my Rascal look not as cool because you made the coolest looking Rascal I've ever seen, and he's just back there. And he looks. Let's get even closer on him. He looks like he's judging. He looks like bitches. You ready?
Exactly.
Yeah, this is excellent. And you did this in Procreate, I think, from the screenshots that I saw.
Well, basically, like, the process I usually work on is I do all my layouts, my pencil work, and everything on the on my iPad on Procreate, and then once I do at 80% of the rendering, then I swap it into Photoshop, and then I do all my my lighting effect, and also the special effects, like the background fade from the you know, there's different layers, right? So there's main focus is obviously Sniper, but you see there's like the background's a little bit hazy, and then you have some foreground blurs of like kind of like debris flying. So I would go to Photoshop and then swap it back into once it's mostly finally rendered, then I move it actually back into my iPad, and then I do a lot of the smaller highlights and stuff like that, like the smaller touch-ups. This piece took like quite a long time. It took a good 4 days to work on it because I was really passionate about it. I've never been actually honestly more passionate about doing a cover than I've ever worked on a cover, because I think it's because of all the memories we've had, and you know, of just Extreme and stuff like that, and it was just really, there was a lot of stuff that just came up, and
you gave spoilers, bro. I didn't tell people. People in the chat don't know that it's going to be the cover of the 0.5 issue where we're going to get all the guys together.
Cool.
It's our 150 stretch goal, but I didn't tell them. But it's good. I'm glad you did. Sorry,
Yeah.
go on.
Oh no, I was
I'm
saying,
excited.
like, when I was doing Dark Minds, when I started Dark Minds, a lot of people thought it was interesting how I dropped in like my girlfriend's picture in the background at that time, and I just throw in, like, you know, some of my friends in there. I remember drawing like Jonathan Sabal, like, in the background and stuff. And so yeah, I like to drop little details because I want people to actually like look at the detail and say, hey, what is that? You know what I mean? So actually, and there's a graffiti panel on that sniper cover, which is there's a lot of things that I believe in, which is like, you know, extraterrestrial phenomenon. I researched extraterrestrial phenomenon for like about 7 years. I wrote a whole book about it.
Awesome.
You know, Egyptian pyramids and what they do. I've just like, and there's a lot of stuff from our past. You know, I don't want to say it like on the video chat, but there's a lizard on it. Yeah, it says, I think Liz was here or something. It says Liz on it, but there's a lizard on the wall. There's so yeah, I like to drop like things in the background because I think that's what makes fun about doing comic book art and comic book covers, that you can actually, like, you know, drop stuff in there and make people. It's kind of like what is that dude that you find you try to find that little guy in the big, Waldo. So it's like Waldo, where you're like trying to look for that little detail. And I find that's really fun in comics.
Oh hell yeah! I co-sign that 100%. We used to do that in Black Flag a lot. Check this out. Here's the campaign, dude. We crossed over the 90,000 mark in 1 week.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's huge. And you know, we've got another 22 days to go in the first 30. If we may go to 60, not sure yet. I showed your piece for the first time on the campaign this week. So here's our stretch goals, and this is what we're aiming for here. When we hit 150K, we're gonna create a reunion book, and in that reunion book, I'm gonna have your cover. Shelby's gonna do something. Dietrich's gonna do something. Logan's gonna do something. Carl's gonna do something. And then I found a bunch of really awesome new guys. I'm not gonna name names yet. We're going to have some of the new guys do stuff. So it's going to be old school, new school, and then up and comers. We're going to end up having a fan art contest, and the winners of the fan art will be featured in the back of the 0.5. So I'm really excited and looking forward and very hopeful for this stretch goal.
I like how you have like some other stuff in there too, like hats and t-shirts and stuff.
Yeah, man.
You got dog tags in there too, bro.
I do. Here's the piece.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, we have a dog tag with snipers info, the Black Flag shield, some shot glasses, because we do shots on my show sometimes. Only people that are of drinking age, though. We just want to specify that. We have this challenge coin that has my Bruce Lee inspired saying, "Be and do your best." It's a reminder to, when you keep it in your pocket and you're thinking about challenges. That's what we do. Yeah. We've got this snapback hat with the symbol on it, and which, you know, I've got one right here. And then I'm wearing the shirt. And last but not least, we have the 5-card set. But this is what I'm really excited about, man. And what's crazy too is this book. It leaves off where, there we go. It leaves off where issue 4 left off. And you worked, I had all hands on deck on issue 4. You helped me out. There was that helicopter scene where Sniper's in the helicopter. And I remember you hooked me up with the cat and all the background. Yeah. And I remember I drew the figure, and it was one of those like really cool team ups, you know? Yeah. And then you went on to do Bloodpool, which was just incredible designs. I love the way you did Rubble. You did a bunch of other stuff like Prophet number 9. You did a fill-in for Platt, which was really cool. And then you left, and then you did your own book over at Image with Dark Minds, and then you were the, you know, this is something that a lot of people that don't know need to know. Transformers was in the garbage when you picked up the license. Nobody gave two shits about Transformers. There were no Michael Bay movies. There were no big comics. You guys picked up Transformers and you made it, I mean, just fucking awesome. That's what I know. And then that's when Spielberg and Michael Bay caught sight of it, is when they saw your rendition.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, I was really shocked by kind of like the results of it, but it was very interesting because like what people, you know, how we kind of started to figure out like people had interest in us doing Transformers was I did a piece for Wizard magazine. They asked me to do like a what if Pat Lee did Transformers. So I did a kind of like a piece with all the Autobots kind of peering over a cliff. And then after I did that, and then people were filling out like a petition to Hasbro saying that, you know, we want like Pat Lee to work on Transformers. So there was like, I can't remember how many people, it's quite a lot of people. And at that point, my other business partner was like, hey, why don't we try to get the Transformers license and stuff? So there's all these people trying to acquire the license. And then, but Hasbro gave us the opportunity. And we basically, when we launched our first issue, it was, I think it was like 260,000 copies or something that we sold. It was something like crazy. And we were, so yeah, and I think we were selling over at that, for a 6-month period, we were selling over like 250 to 300,000 copies, you know, combined, like every single month, just on Transformers alone. So, and yeah, and it was pretty, yeah, it was going pretty smooth for a nice 2 years. And so we expanded, we expanded quite heavily. We got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, we got Devil May Cry, we got all kinds of.
You did have the Turtles. I forgot about that.
Yeah, and LaShawn, that's when LaShawn, you know, I met LaShawn at a comic convention, and I don't remember what he was doing at that time, but I was like, hey, LaShawn, why don't you come on board and do Turtles? He's like, hell yeah, I'd love to do it, right? So he was working on, we had him work on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for a while. Yeah, and a lot of people really don't know this, but you know, Adi Granov, who does Iron Man, he actually worked on Necrosis, which was my own creator-owned project, and I had met him at a convention. He was, at that time, he was shopping around his like portfolio and stuff like that, and I saw this work, and I was like, man, this guy's sick, man. We got to put him on something. Like, this guy's art is off the wall. And at that time, he wasn't doing anything with Marvel or anything. So I put him on Necrosis and a comic book series, and you know, and he just did phenomenal work. And then I think after that, he went on to do like, you know, full and stuff like that. But we had some great times with Transformers, and we had a really big team. We had, I think, about anywhere between 15 to 18 people, including freelancers and in-house guys, you know, working on it. And there's some really great talent like Don Figueroa, who great writers, Simon Furman, to participate. But we literally got no sleep, you know, like we were working, we were just trailblazing, like just moving like super fast because it was on such high demand. And we were just, because when I was a kid, I always collected Transformers, you know, like my first toy was Sideswipe, got it as a birthday present from a guy named Pat Lee. Yeah. Like another guy named Pat Lee gave me a Sideswipe toy as my birthday gift. And so ever since I got that toy, I was like, you know, I've been collecting. And so as a big fan of Transformers, I knew the story, I knew the world very, very, very well. So we had a great team to execute.
John Malin, I sent you the link in Twitter if you want to join us. John Malin, he's also not an extreme alumni, but he's a Rob Liefeld alumni. He went over and drew Youngblood for Rob for a couple years. So he's he's one of the faces on Mount Rushmore of the Comicsgate and crowdfunding. He's got some really cool stuff.
Cool.
But he's saying GoBots or go home. John likes to stir shit. I love GoBots. My first transforming robot was Pathfinder. Kind of looked like a flying saucer.
Oh yeah.
I just recently found out that Pathfinder is a girl GoBot. I had no idea. I know. I had the same thing where I was reading the thing and it's like she this. Like, what the fuck? I was calling.
Dude, man, I still collect GoBots, man. Like in Hong Kong, you find them every now and then, like mint condition Japanese, like in a box Japan version.
Yeah.
In a plastic box, like I have Turbo. I have like I can't remember what the jet was, but I have those. Yeah, Leader 1. I have Leader 1. And back in Toronto, I have like a bunch of the bigger ones. You know what I mean? My brother doesn't let me touch them, but but yeah, I've got like 2 or 3 big ones as well.
How is he, man? How's your brother, Roger?
He's doing good, man. He's doing really good. He was quite sick. He had a concussion, then a pretty bad one, and then he had a lot of nervous problems, and it led to anxiety and stuff. And to keep a story short, like he had like some pretty serious like physical illness for about a year and a half, but then just mental wise, he was just like, okay, I'm gonna get over this. I'm gonna try to make it happen, and then he got to a point where his physical body started to build back, and now he's much bigger and more, like he's just more even healthier than he was before he fell. So I just think like, and it has a lot to do with his kids. His kids were really like, Dad, you can make it. Like everything's gonna be okay. And
hey, hold on a second. Hey, Harrison, come here real quick. I want to introduce him to you because, like I said, he's a big fan. See that guy right there? His name is Pat. Do you know what he drew?
No.
He drew the shiny butts in Black Flag Zero.
Oh.
You want to say hi to him? Here, say hi.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Nice to meet you.
You have anything you want to tell him?
I'm just watching my phone, basically.
He's watching his phone. Do you have anything to say about his artwork?
Nope.
No? Okay. He loves the shiny butts.
He likes the butts, right? The iron butts.
Oh, dude, it was so good. Ladies and gentlemen, let's enter the coach, John Malin. John Malin, how are you, sir? We got three life held survivors in the chat. That's amazing.
Look, man, everything I've heard about back in the day, my experience was nothing like that. Rob was very cool with me. Yeah. Appreciate him. And,
he was cool with me. Like there were parts that weren't cool, but we were part of it. This is the crazy thing. Like I met Rob when I was 16. Rob was 22. By the time I started working with him in 92, it means that he was only like, let's see, 92, 67. He was 25 years old running a multi-million-dollar company.
Yeah, look, it's the exact same thing I say about Joffrey from Game of Thrones. I said he got too powerful too quick. He wasn't prepared for all that responsibility. People don't want to give him any leeway. Look, man, Team Joffrey all the way. He was done wrong.
Oh man. Wow.
Yeah, controversial stance, but I did go over to Team Tyrion.
Yeah, and, you have a lot of controversial stances, man. First off, you love the pus popping.
Look, I don't love it, man, but I mean,
you had no problem.
I can handle it.
I couldn't. I was having a hard time with it.
Everybody pops zits. And look, Dan, I know you were up in the mirror one day and you're like, ugh.
Yeah.
And that blew up all over your bathroom mirror, and you're like, oh, that felt so good.
No, the worst was on the back of your neck, like the ones like right there.
That's the one
man.
My wife loves to get those.
Dan acts like he's never popped a zit.
I have.
And felt satisfaction from it.
I like using Biore strips and pulling the blackheads out.
Oh, man.
That's always
a few times, man. It's like weird.
And I had to tell the story, John, about the man who nutted thousands of times.
I know. We just discovered this video the other day. It was a tragic story. He couldn't go to anyone, he couldn't go to baseball games with his kids. And I mean, he'd fall down on his knees, like in public, and like just getting off, and he couldn't stop himself. was tragic, but he did find a way to take care of it. He transitioned, and hopefully he's happy now. So
I think he is. I think he might be filled with glee.
His wife might be a little confused, but you know, she'll get used to it.
Yeah, very confused. Pat, but so tell us about Dark Minds, because I remember I felt like the year 2000 was crazy because you did something, Christian Gossett did something, and I did something. You made your comic look like frozen moments out of the best anime. You know, it looked like Frozen Ghost in the Shell or Frozen Akira. What led you to want to do that process, and kind of take us through how you accomplished that?
Well, when I was really young, my brother and I used to skateboard over to you know, to check out like Transformers toys and stuff like that at like the shopping mall, and we passed by this small little Japanese VHS rental place, and they had, it was the very first time we ever saw like Gundam and Akira and all that stuff. So so we would rent these out, and we were like, whoa, these are like so cool. Like, I've never seen anything like this before. It's like the animation's so wild. And so so I was into Japanese anime for, you know, ever since I was like super young. And then I got into Masamune Shiro's Intron Depot, and it was just like, yeah, I was really into anime. And I felt that, like, okay, like what if you could take those stills and then like embed it into like you know, US comics, right? And I didn't see anyone really doing it. And so so when I put out Dark Minds, I kind of just cell animated everything to give it this kind of like yeah, Japanese anime still frame look to it. I still have a lot of fun doing it, but I think there's just kind of like so many people doing it now. I kind of like doing more of the realism, you know, the realism kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw some new stuff on your Instagram. Again, if you guys want to check out his Instagram, let me see if I can pull it up. I'm gonna.
Greg, I just gotta plug in my laptop wire.
Do it. Yeah. And while he's doing that, I'm gonna find his Instagram stream real quick.
I just did a search if you want to share my screen.
Yeah, I'll share your screen. You're faster than
I.
that.
There we go.
There we go.
All right, so I just pulled up Dark Minds, Pat Lee. So this is what we got.
Awesome. And I'm gonna pull up his Instagram.
Mm-hmm. So really cool stuff. I wanted to say earlier when you guys were talking about Transformers, like I remember when those books were coming out, and yeah, Pat Lee, his art was great, but also like the coloring on those books was really hot, man. I remember a guy, I don't know if Mark Brooks, did he do covers for you, or was that a different license holder?
I think Mark Brooks, I think he did do, I think he might have done a cover.
Domination, I think, was the colorist that used to
work
with him. This guy, like his colors were
sick.
I mean, yeah, incredible. And when I look at like your Transformers covers, like that's what I keep thinking. I'm like, looks like Domination, or you guys were talking earlier, Drew. And is that, correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't Drew kind of like elevated to the point back in the Extreme days where like colors would do their work, then Rob would actually have Drew give him like a touch up, a plus one to it. Yeah. And I believe he passed, right?
Yeah, I don't know if you knew that, Pat. Yeah, he passed away. No. He has a twin brother named Alex.
Yeah,
Alex Casada. And Alex was just as good as Drew, but Alex did everything with an airbrush, so he wasn't even on the digital side, but he can do what Drew did, but with an airbrush. Right. But yeah, Drew passed away, I think about 10 years ago. It might have been.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah. But yeah, he was super talented, and everybody wanted his golden touch. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at your Instagram. I really dig the Predator. It says continue as Couch Doodles. I guess I need to sign in as Couch Doodles. So here we go. Will it make it big? Yeah, it makes it big. Look at that Predator.
Mhm.
What did you do this in? Is this like, this looks analog? Did you use real markers or did you do this?
Yeah, I use Copic markers with microns.
Ah,
Yeah, and I do them really small. They're like I don't know, like 6 inches in width or height, and so I like to work with I like to, you know how you're doing those little like micron like sketches like that are thumb size. Like I love doing stuff like that, like drawing really small, and then like seeing how detailed I can get with the minimal amount of space. And it's a practice of mine because that, you know, the more I love detail. Like I'm very detail oriented with my art, so I like to draw things small so that I can include, you know, it's good practice like with microns and Copics.
Absolutely. I never stop using analog. I use digital just to get things going faster, but I'll forever be in love with analog. Tell us about this character here. It says, created this illustration 6 years ago. Boys, does time fly? Who is this? It looks like a female version of Iron Man.
Yeah, it was just like it was like a illustration I did. I can't remember. It was like 6-7 years ago. It was a very long time ago, and it's actually, this drawing was actually pretty big. It's like 60 cm in height, and and then this was just after this. I did this, I think, a little bit after the Transformers 2. I think the second Transformers movie came out.
Yeah,
and I wanted to see like how it would look like, because I wasn't too excited about like how Optimus's head looked like. So
yeah,
it's
like, a little weird.
It was a little bit weird, like the mouth and everything. So I was like, okay, how would I perceive G1, the G1 Optimus head to look like? So that's kind of like how I thought it would look like.
Well, it's amazing. Here you are working on your favorite character in your samurai story. That's stunning, dude. What's going on with this samurai story?
My brother and I are working on a new project. It's a story that it's a character I designed, I think, like it was like 13 years ago or something like that. And and it started to get a lot of, I just posted one image, and then it started to get a lot of awareness, and then all these like different famous celebs and artists were using it for inspiration. And so I was like, and a lot of people liked it. So I'm like, and it was funny because this character was designed out of a lot of anger. You know what I mean? I can't remember exactly what I was angry about, but I do remember when I was drawing it, I was getting all my anger out of
catharsis, huh? Like a cathartic creation.
Yeah, exactly. And this samurai came out, and it was just something like, okay, I wanted to create something that a character that people can really relate to. You know, like when you feel angry, when you feel like that you want to be something, you want to be someone that can overcome your fears, overcome your anger, overcome your despair. And so I wanted to write a comic book about a person who has that feeling inside, you know, like who has no choice but to do what the most right thing is when it's really, really dark. So the world is kind of happening, and like it's kind of like it's a very dark world. And I can't really go too much into the story and everything, but it is a samurai project that we're developing. It is a futuristic story.
Yeah.
And it's it's just a mini series project that I'm extremely passionate about doing, and we're gonna get it out sometime. So
where are you gonna put it out? Are you gonna crowdfund it? Are you gonna find a publisher? What do you want to do?
You know what? Honestly, like I haven't even thought about it. I haven't thought about it much. Like basically, I'm going purely on just passion with like just trying to get it done. I wrote the story. My brother and I wrote the story. I think we'll probably crowdfund it later on. Yeah, so it's an exciting project. Really, it's like super, super detailed. So it takes me, and I'm doing everything. There's no inker or penciler or, like writer. There's no other creative behind it except for
and colors?
Yeah, colors are myself too, yeah.
Wow.
So
that's awesome. Well, dude, when you get a timeline on when you want to drop the book, come talk to us over here, and we will help you out. I mean, if you've crowdfunded before, if you haven't, then you got resources. I'm gonna take a step over and take a look at super chats. We have a super chat from Baptist 702, friend of the show. He says, "I've purchased a number of Comicsgate books on Indiegogo, including your Black Flag. Mazel tov to you. Donnie is insane." He's talking about Donnie Cates. We went over to his show yesterday, and we literally said hi to each other. Like Baptist said hi to me, Vanessa L said hi, Linkovich said hi. Our comments were instantly deleted. We didn't say like anything. just hail Fragaboom, hail Vanessa, and then we were deleted. And then I noticed, because I have a couple of YouTube accounts. One's my kids, and I went to look at it in my kids' window, and I was ghosted. They basically ghosted me, and I realized, like, yo, this is insane. I didn't say one bad thing. I didn't say to say hi, Comicsgate, to Donnie. He just kind of blew it off. Yeah. So Baptist was there, and Baptist got silenced as well. So yes, hashtag Donnie is
welcome to the band.
Yeah. Mark C, what's up, Mark C? Thank you for the $10 super chat. IDW is dropping some of its licensed book, including, I believe, G.I. Joe. Just thinking of how cool it would be if one or all these three artists could take a crack at it. I think you're right. I mean, they're very fun. They're very, very fun properties. But I'll tell you, man, one of the things I like about being free to do my own shit is that it's very freeing. There's no licensor. I know when I worked on He-Man, every single thing I drew had to be scrutinized, all the details of the outfits and stuff, and it ends up being kind of hindrance. I know, Pat, you worked in licensing. You want to talk about your experience in licensing?
Yeah, it's definitely there's a lot of like great benefit to licensing, but I think nothing is more amazing than having create your own project. It's not easy, to put out there. I've been doing it for, since I was 20, just like creating my own comic book titles and stuff like that. And it's not easy to put out, you gotta get it out there. But when it's out there and people like the story, people like your characters, it's a very rewarding feeling, to be able to create something. And for me, for the Samurai project, it's like, I'm so super passionate about it. I'm not even thinking about how it's going to do,
right.
It's just going purely on like passionate fuel, and just trying to satisfy myself with it and say like, okay, am I happy with it?
That's the secret sauce.
Yeah. And it's exhilarating. Sometimes 10 hours goes by and I'm like, I haven't eaten yet, and I'm just working on this, this project. So
hey, my dad's in the chat. I popped his comment down there. He says, "Hey, I miss you all, and God willing, I'll be back here tomorrow." That's Pat Lee, Pop. I don't know if you remember when we cruised up in the Jeep. It got crazy up.
Oh, that was great. Martinez, right?
Martinez, that's right. That
was so fun. Yeah, we spent some time with your family. We had a nice lunch and dinner, and then we watched the fireworks. I think. I remember we watched the fireworks or something.
It's probably 4th of July or something.
Yeah.
Here's a little process shot of you working on the Black Flag piece. There's Geisha back there. There's Sniper there. I remember seeing these coming in as you were doing them and just being like, I don't know. Like I just say kid on Christmas is what I say. Kid on Christmas.
It looks great.
Yeah. You do a lot of like I don't know what the word is. Is it fine art? When you're showing up in museums and things, is this a piece you design right here?
Yeah, it's a piece. Like I have my own toy company.
Yeah.
In Hong Kong, and it's called Toy Genius. And this is I have multiple companies, but another company I have is called Interference. And it's kind of like more pop art style. We're doing apparel and all kinds of stuff. And so we do statues. So we're heavily integrated in the China market.
Yeah.
So we do a lot of shows. in China, and then we collaborate with G-Shock and many different brands to like to come up with to do collaborations. And so this particular one is called Tin Soldier, and it's like a 2-foot statue.
Stunning.
Love her guns
in like multiple colors and stuff like that. Yeah, it's about human and robots and where we're going in the future, like with with technology and how it's changing our lives so much. So
what is that, Dan? You keep scrolling past really cool stuff. What is that in the middle top?
This one here?
Yeah, what's that?
Oh, that's a part of my samurai project.
Oh, well, shit, that looks awesome.
It looks really.
Is that the samurai? Is that him?
Yeah, that's him. Yeah.
Oh, that looks fucking badass. See, the whole time you're talking about it, there was that hot chick on there. I was like, wait, is this the samurai or like where's the anger? Now I see it, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I liked it. I liked this picture 10 weeks ago, as you can see, John. I was way
that's why you're scrolling past it.
Cool,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like a Pat.
You're hiding all the good stuff. You don't want people to see this.
No, I'm a Pat. How dare I? I'm a Pat Lee hipster. I like Pat Lee before the rest of y'all like Pat Lee. In fact, Pat, one of the things that I think the last time you and I worked together was in the year 2000. You did a Gearstation cover for me.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Where you did Arthur, man. It was so cool. That was the last time we got down, and like for me, I'm so super hyped to be having you do the cover of the 0.5 issue. So what do you have planned? What's your year look like? I mean, obviously you're in Hong Kong and you guys have been under the quarantine longer than us.
Right.
But sometimes
is there still a quarantine where you're at?
Actually, it's I think Hong Kong is one of the places that has calmed down the most. So there's people are free to kind of the restaurants are open, the shops are open. The economy was hit pretty hard, I have to say. But I think also like everyone here, like literally everyone wears a mask. Like if you don't wear a mask, like people kind of look at you weird. You know what I mean? So people, like everyone wears a mask and everyone's super, super cautious, like, washing their hands, like almost like every like 10 seconds, so we're able to, we haven't had, I think we've had 0 cases in the last 2 or 3 days. So people are still out doing business again, and just the economy is starting to go back to normal. So yeah, but it takes time.
I'm in Michigan, so they just extended it like another 25 days or something like that.
Right.
But yeah, everything, I mean, for a while we couldn't even get they wouldn't allow us to buy like gardening equipment. They didn't want anyone. It was silly. You couldn't go buy paint. Like all these people are home and like, let us buy paint so we can paint up our house. Let us do some work.
I'm in Georgia.
It got a little crazier. I think they said Michigan's one of the heaviest handed states. We've already had multiple protests at the Capitol and armed protests, at least the last one. So
wow.
Interesting. See, here in Georgia, they told us the day after Trump said it's a pandemic, they're like, go out and frolic in the streets. It was really weird. I think they want us to die. No, but in all seriousness, they opened up on April 24th. They opened up gyms and salons and all these other like massage parlors. And you're like, what?
Massage parlor?
Yeah, I know about that.
Massage parlors. I think that's a little
yeah, it's just all the touchy places. All the places where touching happens. They opened up. Thank you, SDA. Fragaboom. Let's go take a look real quick at the Black Flag campaign. We've
real quick though. Yeah. Sorry to ruin your flow there, Dan. Pat, what's your stance on bacon?
On bacon, I love bacon, man.
How much do you love bacon?
I don't eat it all the time, but I'm Canadian, so bacon is.
Oh, okay, all right.
Has he been? See, John is of the mind that it's not as good.
Indoctrination.
Well, he's not. He doesn't think it is as good as we all think it is, and that we've been marketed to believe it's better than it actually is. And I've refuted that because my 1-year-old is a savage, and she's never seen any propaganda other than her dad enjoying it. I will
herd marketing.
Herd marketing. See,
like herd immunity, herd marketing.
Not very healthy, but it does taste okay. I mean,
I say it's overrated.
I say reduce.
It's just fine. It's overrated though. Everyone acting like I can't watch. And I told Dan, I'm like, I can't go to a movie in my town or next town over from me without like the local commercials before the actual commercials, And it's like a dentist commercial, and the dude's daughter is there. My dad's a great dentist. Go see him, and he loves bacon.
Yeah, like, they throw the bacon in. Maybe Michigan.
I can't stand it. Maybe it's overpraised, and I'm calling it out. I'm putting an end to it.
Maybe it's a local thing because Michigan gets cold in the winters, from what I understand, and you need to have a little extra something on your body to stay warm. So maybe they're pushing bacon to like keep you warm. Maybe that's
why are they pushing on you, SoCal?
It wasn't pushed on me. That was
society pushed. It's been pushed since about the 1920s. I showed you the evidence, the advertisers.
I think much like they got Kubrick to do the moon landing stuff. I think you went into prosthetic makeup, had them use old equipment, and made that video yourself. If I had to guess. Let's take a look at the Black Flag campaign. We are moving up a little bit. I noticed our backers went up. We went up by 2 backers since the show began. We're at $91,559. We're on our road to 100,000. What's going to happen when we hit 100,000? Of course, we're going to have our stretch goal of bringing stickers, the team as stickers into every order. But then there's something I learned from Uncle E, except I think his is better. Uncle Ethan, when he went to hit a certain mark, I think it was 510, he vowed to eat a tomahawk steak with his bare hands. I basically said I would wear the pink bunny suit from A Christmas Story. And then you and Cecil ended up making me set terms to wear it in every stream until I fulfill.
I said at least go a week or two. Yeah, because people, Pat, they keep saying I have no eyebrows, so I vowed at the end of one of my campaigns. I said, well, I'll put on some fake eyebrows and I'll do it for like 2 weeks. I did it for 2 weeks every live stream.
Educate him. Show him your eyebrows.
Oh. See? They're there. They're just very faint, but believe me, they're there.
They're there. They are there. I'll vouch for it. I could see them, sort of. Like if you put milk on them. If you put milk on them, you could probably see them more. I don't know.
If you put milk on them?
Yeah. Have a cat come and lick it off.
Little bubbles on there. Yeah, he's got eyebrows. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure the chat's gonna dig this. I'm gonna invite folks into the chat. You guys are gonna behave like you always do. The link to the stream to the panel is in the chat. So anybody that wants to join, come join us in the green room, and I'll pull you in, and then you can ask us some questions. John, you have a pre-launch list going, don't you?
Oh, yeah. I just went live with it for the next Graveyard Shift book. Guys, if you're interested, go sign up on the mail-in list.
And are you did I wrench you yet?
I don't know.
I think you need to be wrenched so you can share it. And if not, then somebody who has it needs to share it. Let's take a look at Mark C. Thank you, Mark C, for the $5 super chat. Pat, if you're Canadian, you know that right after going through 2-4, nothing beats back bacon and a large cup of Tim Hortons coffee.
Oh yeah, Tim Hortons rules, man.
Yeah, I get my ice cream there.
Did you know that you'll like this, John? Tim Horton bought Burger King. Did you know that?
Oh, really?
Yeah. So Burger King is now a Canadian company. It's no longer an American institution.
Oh, I'm going to stop going there.
Some of my favorite times have been in Canadian restaurants. We had this Canadian restaurant that you used to take me to in Richmond Hill, Pat. It was called Just Desserts, aka JD's.
Yeah.
And I remember you used to get. Do you remember the name? I remember the name of the fancy cigarettes you used to smoke. They were called Davidoffs.
Oh, Davidoffs. Yeah, but I don't think Davidoffs aren't Canadian though.
Yeah, I think you got them imported. And I remember they came in this sort of black octagonal box.
Right.
And nothing made me want to smoke more than seeing those. I don't know what it was, but that, John Malin, is good marketing.
I swear I've been to Canada and they had like and I could be wrong. It could be a hallucination, like black pack of cigarettes and it had like a skull on it. It's like death. It's like,
that is true.
Shit. No, I had my honeymoon in Toronto.
That's cool.
Right after, oh wait, no, if I say when, it'll date me, but we did go and just happened to see, thanks to an old Wizard magazine, actually. It said, hey, if you're in, here's sites you can see across the world where like comic book related stuff was done. And they had X-Men. And it said, well, X-Men was filmed at this place called Casa Loma. And I was like, oh, okay. And it's in Toronto. I was like, oh, sweet. So I told my new wife, like, let's go check out this place. And it was great. It's where they did some of the X-Mansion scenes.
That's
really cool. It had like a underground passage that took you out to this carriage house. I think they filmed a lot of different movies there. But it really cool, beautiful mansion. And they obviously did like CN Tower shit like that. So
yeah. I want to take a second. Thank you, Barb, for the mention. Wreck Planet has crossed over the $700,000 threshold. What I'm excited about is we're getting frog keychains. I mean, obviously, we're excited that we beat the worm. We beat the worm. The worm has been defeated.
I hope the design is rethought. The one that Ethan was showing on the stream, it had like Cyberfrog's like shoulder blades. They're like scissors, man. And he was talking about this thing being made out of steel. So when you put your keys in your front pocket, you're not fucking careful, man.
There's a little word balloon. He didn't show it to. It said, "Gimme them nuts." I think it's what it said. It said, "Gimme them nuts." Thank you again, Mark C, for this $5 super chat. For those not Canadian, a 2-4 is a case of beer. Amen.
Drink Labatt's.
Yeah, my very first legal beer I ever had was in Vancouver, in Canada, because drinking age there was 19.
Same here. I used to go over to Windsor all the time when I was 19.
Yeah, I would go up there. I think I had a Labatt's Blue. I think that was what it was called at the time. I remember
Labatt's Blue. Yeah,
Labatt's Blue was my very first legal beer. It was a good time, but man, I had such great memories of Toronto. Pat,
yeah,
and
time when you guys came to my house with like Danny Mickey and who else was there? It's like John Sabal was there.
Yeah,
I remember Matt. Yeah. I remember Matt came.
Yeah,
it was for a Toronto show, right?
Yeah,
it was for a Toronto convention.
Yeah, and your mom hooked me up with the best noodles. And the other thing that I never tell anybody this story. I have a lot of Chinese on my body, and I remember anytime I'd ever get anything emblazoned in Chinese on my body, I would send it to your mom first.
Oh yeah.
Why?
Why? Because here's the thing: you can't just assume like, "Hey, this says dragon." Like I could have got dumbass, you know? And
right. Good point.
So I sent it to his mom. I would never say, "Hey, Mrs. Lee, does this say dragon?" I'd say to her, "What does this say?"
Oh, you didn't even trust her to interpret it properly.
No, I did. I just didn't, she might have been like, yeah, that totally says dragon when it says dragon. No, but your mom, your mom's the best. Your mom's the best.
Mom's high, by the way. Like, I told her I was doing stuff with you again, right? I go on the cover. It's like, oh, Dan Fraga.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it says, 我跟你玩bien, you know.
我跟你玩bien的连得去。
Oh man.
When Dan, when you went to Toronto and first met Pat, was that the same year that you had met Platt?
Platt was at that show. I was there. Was there. That was exactly when I was what would you call me? An ambassador or liaison. I spent time with Steven at his place. I remember we went to a strip club called the Dollhouse. I remember thinking, wow, Canadian strip clubs are better than the States because they go full, like, and you can have a drink, and you're like,
must be that French influence.
Oui,
I remember there was a place we used to go to in California, in LA called Sahara or something.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I had that discussion.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
that was we had the three. There was Sahara, Flamingos, and TJs, and it's because they were within 5 minutes of the studio. And it would always be like someone like Danny or somebody going, "Hey, you guys want to go take a couple hours over at Sahara?" And we'd be like, "I can look at some boobies. Yeah, let's go do this." And like we blew our deadline so many times for boobies.
It's awesome.
Mark C with another $5 super chat. I try to collect comics from around the world. Does China or Hong Kong do American Old West books like the French or Italians?
Well, in Hong Kong, we have comic book shops, but a lot of the there's actually not that many retail shops that sell comics. They'll sell a bit of comics, and then they'll have like a lot of toys, you know, like statues and toys and stuff. So it's not as big here. In Hong Kong, and in China, people are really into like you know, Chinese comics, Japanese comics, you know, but they're really into like the movies, you know, like Marvel films and DC films and stuff like that. So they get all that there. But in terms of actual like physical comics, I think most people in Asia are buying them online as like from a digital platform perspective. And also in China, there's like you know, 10-cent comics, like you know, the people that own WeChat. It's like they have their own digital platform that goes into China. I think I can't remember how many hundreds of millions of people that view these apps, but there's like a lot of people that view that view their digital comic domain. So one of my interests actually is also bringing comic book creators into the China platforms, because we have good relations with, you know, the different China companies that have access to these platforms. So it's something that we plan to do, you know, for our future project as well. Yeah,
that's exciting, man. I love anything that gets content into people's hands.
Yeah, like in China, it's pretty amazing, like how many viewers they have. You know, like there's like some channels that get like, I don't know, like just online channels that get like 300 million, 400 million like viewership.
I've been seeing that. Like we were in an auction with Ethan Van Sciver, and a guy came in and he's like, "I did this project and this guy's got, you know, 12 million followers on YouTube." I'm like, I've never heard of this guy, you know, but he's coming out of China, and you go, wow, this dude, like, he's on fire. You know, it's so weird. We live in this world that keeps getting smaller and smaller with the advent of the internet, but yet there's still these pockets, you know. It's pretty crazy.
Definitely.
Pretty crazy. So after,
like, I still love like collecting physical comics, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I was downstairs yesterday, and there's this guy just down where I live, and he was just selling like old comics. It was like all kinds of stuff, like Stephen Platt stuff was in there. I think I even saw like some of your stuff in there. Like it was like I went in there and I just said I'll buy it all, and it was like 100 comics or something like that, and they're selling them for a pretty good price. So
it wasn't like a toilet paper shortage thing. It was like. Yeah. Hey, Jude wants to know, and this is a question I've never even heard of this before. It says, can you ask Pat why the Chinese government doesn't want its people to know about zombies? Is that true?
I have no idea.
Is that like a zombie plague going on in China right now? That's the truth behind Corona, zombies.
But for me, I love. That's actually one of the things I love most is zombie films. You know.
I'm all about a zombie show right now. It's called Kingdom. It's a Korean movie or series.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah,
I'm all about it. 2 seasons, 12 episodes, about an hour long each. You have to get to episode 3. No, end of episode 2. You get through episode 2, you're either on or you're not. But I love it. I've been telling everybody about it for the last few weeks. Kingdom on Netflix.
I gotta check it out.
It's really good. Yeah,
really good. And Duna Bai, this one chick, I dig her, so awesome. Yeah, she's in it too.
Oh,
I like stuff, like just stuff that's like where the world ends, like, you know, kind of thing. And I think that's really interesting how people behave and how they react and what they do. You know what I mean? It just shows like the real side of humanity on what's possible. Yeah, I mean, it's Yeah, it's really interesting because, you know, ever since I moved to Asia, like you know, just trying to understand like all the cultures and stuff, and how they create, and what kind of stories that they create, and it's kind of opened your eyes to you know, like what kind of content is really appreciated in all the different cultures. And also we're close to Japan. We're not too far away from Japan too, so sometimes I'll just take a trip to Tokyo and just
how cool is that?
yeah, and just go toy shopping, you know, like it's yeah, sometimes they have like conventions and shows, like toy shows and stuff, and we'll just be like, okay, why don't we just take a day trip over to Japan, go there for 2-3 days and come back and just go to the toy show. So, but when I was living in Toronto, I wasn't able to do that, you know. So every year I go to Japan, like maybe like 2 times, minimum of 2 times.
I'd go broke. So the chat was saying it's ghosts, not zombies, and it reminded me of a story. I think it might have been you that told me this story, and it had something to do with a Coca-Cola campaign that was like "Drink the Spirit," but when it went over to Asia, it translated to "Drink your ancestors," and they were not happy about it.
Really?
Yeah.
You mean
shit.
Who me?
No, not you. It was the translation of spirit. When they translated the ad, it basically said, you know, drink your dead ancestor instead of drink the spirit, you know.
Yeah, I think I don't know exactly why. Like, there's just some content that's just not accepted, you know.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's just have to respect their culture, have to respect what they're interested in, whatever. So, you know,
absolutely.
Wasn't there a thing like in Vegas where they had like the MGM lion, like there was something about the people what are from Asia walking through the mouth, and that was like uncomfortable to them, so they made like a new door or some shit.
Right.
Yeah, that's great. Hey, Kevin Ryan asks, do they still make Microman toys?
Well, I see a lot of Microman toys in Hong Kong. Like, you know, there's this place in Hong Kong called, if you guys ever come here, it's a mall. It's like 2-3 floors. It's all toys. It's called Inns Point, and it's in Mong Kok, and it's amazing. Like, this place has everything. It's got old Transformer toys. It's got like life-size grandizers, like dozens of them, you know, like everywhere. And so it's a place where a lot of people in Hong Kong go there to buy, like, you know, buy and collect toys. But in terms of, I've seen some Microns like there. I'm not sure if they're still making them, but I know I do see them. I do see them like when I'm shopping for toys.
So a few minutes ago, you had mentioned that you have a toy company. Are you doing like full articulation, like McFarlane Toys does, or is it more statue based?
Yeah, most of the stuff we're doing is like not too long ago we did a collaboration with Warner Brothers on Tweety, and we also did a Bugs Bunny piece, and we're planning on doing a lot more other vinyl type collectible toys. Some of them are limited edition, some of them are like don't have like a short limit. But we collaborate with just different creators, different toy companies in Hong Kong and in China to develop, like, you know, different type of toys. So we work with Toy Cube, who's also from the States.
Yeah.
So we do some stuff with Toy Cube. We do some stuff with Soap Studios. We try to find, like, we have just a lot of different relationships in the toy industry in Asia. So
excellent.
Yeah, it's really fun. So we're doing a lot of stuff about we're doing toys, we're doing apparel, we're doing exhibitions and galleries, and we just do and I still paint, you know, like I'm still a traditional painter. I get a lot of people asking me to do like portraits and paintings of their you know, for them, but based on interference, you know, so it's more on the pop art side.
I was noticing the scale on those things that you're doing. A lot of those, like I've seen the ones you did that were like murals. They're big as, you know, they're 9 feet tall and like 16 feet wide. How do you do those? Like, are you doing them and projecting them and doing like outlines, or are you just going right in?
A lot of times I'll just go, like sometimes I do live performance, right? So I'll just go in, I'll just take a sponge brush and just do it like right on, you know? Some of it is extremely planned, you know, like I have to plan everything. Like it's a very graphical painting. So sometimes we just have to square measure it and then just kind of plot it and then just, you know, slowly brush. Actually, those take longer than the freehand ones. You know, when I'm doing live, you know, like just kind of letting loose and just like, you know, just doing it. So I get a lot of people ask me to do like live performances and stuff in Asia, which is fun.
SDA asks, where is Jeff Matsuda? I believe Jeff Matsuda is in LA working in animation. That'd be great to bring Jeff on. I could reach out to him. And
Jeff Matsuda in ages, man.
He looks the same. He just has a shaved head.
Shaved head? Yeah.
Yeah, and then Chap is good. I talked to him on Facebook. You know, I'm putting the panel link. That seems that people are scared. That I put the panel link in the chat, but nobody is jumping in. Let's take a look right now. I want to take a look at our friend Ethan Van Sciver's Wrecked Planet.
Wow, 700,000.
700,000 for
That's
11.
amazing, man.
That's the 411. He's got 11 days left. This is that's what I'm saying, buddy. That's why I'm like, bring your samurai book over here. We can help you out and show you how to build these campaigns. But I'll tell you the thing I'm most excited about is the nut bash. I mean the keychain. I'm really, really excited. I love this image. Power Raiders colors, like just this. I love the whole thing, but the chrome on that leg really, really does it for me. And he keeps updating. I don't know where that keychain picture was. Maybe it wasn't.
Cyberfrog for like, I can't even remember since I was born. You know, like it's been around for a long time, Cyberfrog, right?
Since 1995 is it was over at Hall of Heroes. Let's see. We've got a couple of people in the chat. We're gonna bring them in, all of them. Pat Lee, you'll recognize this book being read.
Oh, sorry, guys.
Hello. This is Mike Green, super friend of the show. This is Matt Yackey. Matt Yackey is an amazing.
Matt Yackey.
Hey,
how you doing, man? Good to see you.
Matt Yackey's in the house. Colorist of all things, awesome. And this is Phil Diaz of Zaid Comics. This is one of my favorite people because he represents the future of the comic business and he's doing it right. So let's welcome Phil in the house.
Hey, brothers.
Phil, how are you, man?
Hello, everybody. How's it going?
Come on, Phil.
Going well, man. A lot of fun here. What are you up to tonight, Mr. Yackey?
Just watching all the action from the murder cam, but it's happening in the front of the house, so I couldn't get it on camera.
Oh man. Why you tease? Yeah. Why you tease like that, man?
I know. I would have been good. Ambulance and a couple of cop cars.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does Pat know what your murder cam is?
What's that?
No, Pat doesn't know about murder cam. Show him murder cam. So okay. Matt has the power to show you more than one camera at once. And so right now that's looking out his window and he lives. Tell him the details about where you live, Matt.
Well, I live in downtown Atlanta. Okay. So, and across the street, it's not a homeless shelter, but it's a mission. So there's a lot of homeless people and it's a sketchy neighborhood that I live in.
If you were really into transients, like say you were like a hobosexual, is that where you would pick up people?
There is a lot of that, a lot of drug deals going on the street.
Yeah, if you like people watching, there you go.
It's fantastic for people watching. It really is. It's so good. And there's always something going on down here usually, although, the last month or so, not as much.
Yeah.
Now, are you recording that stuff onto a DVR or are you just just live stream?
Well, I can record it. I record it when something good's going on, then I'll hit record.
Okay.
Just for fun. I've gotten a few
what happens when a murder happens? You're gonna miss it. Shouldn't you have that thing like it records like 2 hours at a time?
I'd fill up my My computer would be full of that, and there's no point in that.
You can do it. Buy a standalone computer for.
It lets me see the world while I'm sitting here working. So it's good.
Pat, question: are you in Monday or are you in Sunday?
We're in Monday.
So
Monday morning.
Yeah, you're full 12 hours in the future, which is like, that blows my mind. Like, 3 hours here, 3 hours there. That's kind of cool. But you're in tomorrow, like all in.
Yep, and it's a sunny day today. It's a very nice day today, actually.
Oh, that's awesome! I'm looking forward to a sunny day then.
I don't know if that translates perfectly.
Right?
Yeah,
damn it.
Yeah, Mike's he's in Cali, kind of by where my dad's at.
Yeah.
Nice.
And Phil, you're in Chicago, right?
That is right. Yeah.
And then Malin is right in front of a construction work. Yeah. Oh, speaking of T-shirts, John, I want to tell people about this. In fact, I'm going to pull it up real quick. I just bought 2 myself. Hold on. Crypto. You know where I'm going.
Oh, no.
Crypto.fashion.com. Or is it just crypto.fashion? Is that
crypto.fashion, I think. .com.
Okay.
So complicated.
Not 100% on that.
Crypto.fashion. There it is. Shop by brand. John Malin.
Get ready for some crazy design, Pat.
You guys are going to get blown by.
You're not prepared for this level.
I don't think I've seen this.
Yeah, no, this is going to bring pleasure and delight into any conversation that you're in. It's an icebreaker. I bought 2. I bought 2 myself. I bought one in black.
Shirt.
Yeah. And I think
that's good, man.
Yeah. So I bought 2. I bought one in white, one in black. So So you guys show John your love and support.
There you go, guys.
The Mia shirt.
Back that Mia shirt.
When did you put that up, John?
Like 3 days ago. As a gag, but
you got at least
worth some laughs for
you
those.
Sold at least 2 units. That's for sure.
That's called brand.
Yeah,
building.
right. Yeah,
brand building right there.
Yeah,
John's a lifestyle brand now.
When a meme's hot, you got to get on it, guys. You got to move.
So Pat, what outside of your comic, what else have you been working on? You said you're working on some paintings, working on toys. You're a busy dude.
Yeah, ever since I've been at home, like it's kind of been nonstop. We're doing a lot of collaboration. So we're doing collaboration with watches. We're doing a lot of prototyping for toys. We're finalizing another Warner piece with Tom and Jerry vinyl toy.
Awesome.
Cool.
And we're still doing. I have a lot of commissions to do, like just for friends and stuff like that. A lot of paintings. We're getting ready for an exhibition launch in Shanghai when all the quarantine stuff is over.
Yeah.
We're building apps. We're developing apps right now to support creators, which I can share more like in a month's time. But we're trying to build stuff to also. We have a company that basically tries to support other creatives, where they also find ways to get exposure in Asia. And so we're developing that platform right now with a team of like 10 people. So we're doing we're kind of doing all kinds of stuff. And the one thing I'm mostly passionate about, I would say, is the Samurai comic series that I'm developing right now.
Yeah. Do they have an Indiegogo in China? Like something like a Kickstarter or Indiegogo or?
I'm not sure. I don't think they do, but I could be wrong. I'm not really sure about that.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to get into that pipeline.
Yeah, they do have a lot of comic platform. Like there's a company I work with called Tencent. They own WeChat, and they also have a very large like comic book platform where they translate your artwork into Chinese.
Yeah.
And then they distribute the comic into their digital. They distribute it online.
Meow, get that meow shirt, guys. Get that meow shirt.
Yeah.
Mike, don't put those eyebrows. Don't point your eyebrows at me. How dare you?
Yeah, you're jealous, man. He's got an eyebrow deficiency issue.
This guy over here bragging.
I think what happened, John, did you lose your eyebrows in a bacon accident?
That's why he's bacon too.
Yeah, it all comes back to that. Yeah, bacon.
Jesus.
It killed my father.
Oh man, Frega asked, Geek Assault asked, "What's my favorite Wu-Tang song?" There was one on Victory. I think it's called Victory. I just remember there's like RZA put this violin in there that went dun 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 dun. But I also like all of what's that? Oh yeah, Strike, because I hummed the song. I like everything on for Cuban Links, everything Raekwon did on that album. Of course, Iron Man, the Tony Stark, Ghostface the Killer album. But probably Victory. I love Victory. I mean, I love all the first stuff like Protect Your Neck and So Simple, but I like Victory a lot. What's my sexiest move? Moving from California to Georgia, I think was the sexiest move I ever made. I feel sexier having done it. I don't know if that was what you're going on. Phil, what are you doing, dude?
Right now?
Yeah, what are you up to?
All right, I'm putting down some letters so I can show you guys.
All right, share your screen. I want to see what you got going on your thing. Pat, Phil has his own comic company it's with his brother called Zade Comics. They put out a comic recently that's in fulfillment now called Magic Cop, and they are now in pre-launch for something called The Lost Pages. Let's take a look. Oh, look at that! You got Crimstone. Those pages are getting lettered up. Let's take a look.
Lettering these up. This is kind of like my 90s character, bombastic, ultra-violent shades of Lobo on the Max. So did these letters the other night, and I just got a double-page spread fully colored in. I'll show you guys the first time we're showing this off because I literally just got it.
I can't wait. If it's
Bam, baby.
Oh, look at that. That's one of my favorites of yeah, I love that. I love the colors too. Is your artist coloring it, or is this a different color?
Different colors. This is Steve Cannon.
Okay.
Awesome colors that we're working with for this story, and another one in the Lost Pages. But yeah, I was just starting to letter this up. I had some letters that my artist did.
Who was the artist?
Maria the Wolf. She's a local artist here from Chicago. I've known for years. She's awesome. So I'm going to be putting this ding ding in because the bell's going to ring.
Yeah.
I'll be masking that out. So
awesome. That looks good.
Check out the Lost Page. We got a free launch page up now on Indiegogo. You could sign up for the mailing list and you'll get a free trading card.
That's awesome. And who's featured on the trading card?
The trading card that they'll be getting for free is going to be kind of like a jam piece trading card. So each of the characters is going to be drawn by their respected artist that's going to be doing it in the book. So you'll have all of them and a bunch of different art styles on that trading card.
That's amazing. We're going to check in on the Black Flag campaign. We got some movement, guys. We got another backer came in. We got backer number 1126, bringing our total up. That's a great number, 91. That was, I'm going to date myself. That was the year I graduated high school. Also the year Rob Liefeld hired me to break into comics back in December of 91. So 91, 620, we're on the road to 92, which is the year I moved to Extreme Studios. Fucking weird, man. Synchronicity all day, every day.
Where were you in 92?
Yeah, some of the people in the chat weren't even born yet. You guys want to check out?
I wasn't born yet.
Yeah. Phil, I'm kicking you, bro. I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
So Pat, we did some crazy shit, right? Like I had this bad habit, and people thought I was kidding. When we used to have those bios in the back of Extreme Studios, and they said favorite hobbies, and I said killing lizards. The truth of the matter is I lived in a place called Anaheim Hills, and we had lizards everywhere. They would get in the backyard, they'd come into the house, and I killed a lot of lizards. I'm still repenting for it. I don't take lives anymore, but I killed a lot of lizards. So that was it. And here we have. I want to get one of these days. I'm going to get you back, Pat, like to come back and get Shelby. And then we need to tell the freezer bag story again, but make it very holographic.
Right.
Which the thing that's really weird was like, when something happened so long ago and it's so crazy, sometimes you go, did that happen? And I remember it was like one of those memories. That was one of those particular memories where I was like, yeah, I think it did.
Right.
But Shelby brought it up, and not 2 days later, you brought it up, and I'm like, it's fucking real. It happened.
Dude, man, I tell that story like to all my friends, man.
Yeah.
that story.
It's a good way to pick up chicks, man.
Yeah, no, it's a good way to make them go away. So, Malin, do you know the story?
No clue.
Okay, so I thought it would be really fantastic to fart into a Ziploc bag and leave it in the freezer. And it was in there for a couple of weeks, and one of our roommates, I'll let him name himself.
Did you have a plan?
I did. I wanted to see if it would smell like down the line. Like, can you freeze a fart?
Okay.
And our other roommate, who I'm not saying who,
Stephen Platt.
It was not Stephen Platt. No. He walked in and said, hey, there's this empty bag in the freezer. You guys want to toss it? And I said, it's not empty. It's got a fart in it. And he said, you can't freeze a fart. I said, yeah, you can. If you don't believe me, open it up and check it out. And he opened it up. He checked it out and instantly vomited into the bag.
That's not how it went. We said we're gonna give him $5. Remember?
Is that it? Oh yeah, because he didn't believe it. We're like, that's right.
And we'll give you $5 if you do it. He's like, $5, no problem, man. I'll do it.
That's right.
And then he fucking opened the Ziploc and he went. And it fucking.
You guys need to get Cecil.
I've never seen someone turn more blue.
You have to get Cecil's animator to animate that story.
We need to. I'd like to say hello. Thank you, Gil Rivera, for the $5 super chat. Dan, back Black Flag yesterday. Pat, longtime fan. Any plan to bring Dark Minds back? Also, whatever happened to Long Vo? Great artist too. I don't know who Long Vo is. What happened to Long Vo?
Well, Longbow used to work with us. He worked on a title called Echo, and then I don't know what happened to him after that, but then he moved on to something else. But I don't think that, we don't have any plans to do Dark Minds or anything. We actually don't own the rights anymore. So, but if you do know someone who owns the rights, then, maybe we could do something with them, or, we could buy it off them or something. But Dark Minds is it's just a part of history, we're moving on to other titles.
Sheila Allen says, you can't freeze a fart. I reject this idea. Well, you have two very trustworthy gentlemen that are telling you, yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can freeze a fart. We know we have the precedence of 2 weeks at least being set.
Now, the third person in the story is not the one who...
He's not the huffer. He's not the huffer.
Okay, who is that?
Shelby Robertson, the inker of Black Flag. He was also present.
Who's fart was it?
And was this fourth person, they were a roommate of yours?
It was mine, and it was beefy. Yeah, the other person was a roommate, and don't ask if who was in the house.
I don't care how much money you'd pay me, man. I would never smell that.
We had a full house, but I'll tell you.
Why can't you just say the name?
Black Flag.
No.
Ruin them.
No. We don't want to ruin that.
You need the animation. You need that animated and the Taco Bell story animated.
Yeah, I think so. Sheila, I think you need to test the theory. Mail you a fart. Yeah.
Can you do that now?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, how would you know which one is bubble wrap and which one is fart? You know what I mean? Like, okay, well, I guess that settles it. Planet Cult sending. I don't know what a DKK is, but I think it's this like Dark Knight is cool. You should make a Frag fart on your tier on your black flag. So I guess how do we make sure it's authenticated? We can, video it, and I'll just I'll sign the bag. You can have it anytime you want. But yeah, legit real. And the other thing I remember about those days, I remember we had a Super Nintendo, and we played a lot of Aladdin. There's a lot of Aladdin soundtrack being played. That was so.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Were the days, man. Those were the days.
And we were watching a lot of Beavis and Butthead, like
a lot of Beavis and Butthead.
Oh yeah.
Oh, look at Vinny Art. Vinny Art's in the house. What's up, Vinny? Pink bunny fart. Yeah, it can happen. Maybe we can celebrate. We can celebrate the all things. I'm gonna kick myself for a couple of minutes. What I do, Pat, sometimes, like when I need to go grab some whiskey, is I kick myself out and I bring one person in because we have a cap of 6 people. So I'm gonna bring in, because I feel his presence. I feel the thunder. We're gonna bring in Death Metal Luke. I'm gonna be right back with a glass of whiskey. You guys, welcome Death Metal Hero.
All right. Lucky for Dan, I did a quick Google search on Dan Frega fart. Nothing came up. So.
What's up, man?
Nothing came up. There's no.
Hey, nice,
Pat. Nice to meet you. Hey, Malin, am I doing this right? Do I have this down low enough?
Yeah, keep it low like a cholo. Yeah, like that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the way to go.
Hey, Pat, I've had this shirt since like high school, dude.
Dude,
you're Optimus Prime.
You know what? I only have one copy of that shirt, and
this decal has lasted like 20 some odd years, man.
Awesome, yeah. Mine is already fading away, yeah. But and I tried to mine in super mint, but I only have one myself. Yeah,
this is a cool shirt, man. I have the poster for Optimus and I have the poster for Megatron.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
Pat, give us a good Dan Frega story. Something Dan doesn't want us to know.
Yeah.
Oh man, he's done a lot of crazy shit, man. But stuff that I can actually talk about, that's not too crazy.
Yeah, nothing too crazy. Yeah,
not strip club related.
I think the most freakiest thing that I've seen him do.
We all know he smokes weed. If you got a good high on story, that's fine.
Oh no, I was sleeping at his
smoke weed every day.
And then I just remember there was a lizard on the wall. And then I get up to go to the wash and I wake him up. I'm like, damn, there's a fucking lizard on the wall, dude. And he's like, oh, it's probably one of those small geckos or whatever. I'm like, no, man, this thing is like I don't know, like 15 cm, or it's like, I don't know, it's pretty big, right? It's like clinging onto the wall. He goes, don't worry, I'll take care of it. He goes into the kitchen and he grabs like a fucking metal spatula. And he
savage.
I go, what are you gonna do, man? He's like, I thought he was just gonna hit it, right, for it to fall on the ground or whatever. But he turns it over, like the pointy part, and he just like chops his head off. And I'm like,
cuts his head off.
And I was like, dude, man, that is like pure not right, dude.
That's murder.
That's brutal.
That's fucked up.
Goddamn.
He's like, don't worry. And then we had a cat, right? We had just bought a cat.
Oh shit, not the cat
and
too.
The cat grabs the head and then takes off and goes outside to the backyard, and he starts licking the head, And then Dan's like laughing his head off, like, I don't know, man. I think he was high or something, but it was pretty crazy. Yeah, Frag is a dragon slayer for sure, dude.
Oh man.
Yeah, we had some crazy elastic band wars, like at Extreme Studios.
Mm-hmm.
It's like giant, like elastic bands, and everyone's just like, I just remember the whole bullpen. It's like 20 something people, and everyone's just running around, like trying to pull each other's pants down and just like elastic band each other's butt and stuff. Like it was just chaotic, man.
Were you there when Rob had that building? I think it's on Catella. I don't know how many stories. It was a rather large building. I remember people telling me how people were always going up to the roof and like throwing things off of the roof,
yeah.
Like planes.
Bank building. It was right beside. It it was very close to Disney near the Anaheim Duck Stadium.
Mm.
And so yeah, it was that's when I had first went there to do like training and work on Blood Pool and stuff. So
okay. Yeah, I think I heard a story that Rob was convinced somebody in the studio actually wanted to kill him. So,
really? I remember Byron Tallman. I think he climbed down the roof with a grappling hook and a rope. And I think so. I remember him.
I've always dreamed of that though.
Yeah, and I've seen a lot of weird stuff at Extreme, man. But it was fun. It was fun.
Yeah, I heard stories of like Rob handing like bags of weed off to the coloring department.
Really? I don't know about that.
Yeah, because some fan gave him a garbage bag full, or I don't know, maybe a grocery bag full. You know, I mean, might be exaggerated over the years. And Rob apparently didn't smoke weed and just handed it off to the colorist. Like, there you go. So
I don't know. I just
the
think
colorist was happy.
Extreme was really fun because, like, you know, there's some people in offices, some people in the bullpen, and then you can like chill on some Mickey when you're and you just like, you know, you could just draw, you know, and stuff like that. It's a very creative space.
Right.
You know, man,
It kind of sounds like an art frat house, to be perfectly honest with you. It sounds
I'm
awesome.
talking about the spatula lizard situation.
I came back and I was like, oh no, they're telling the fucking story. Phil's still in the green room. Phil, I kicked you, but you're still in the green room. I wanted to come in. I know you're lettering.
What a great time though, man. I mean, you guys were all like, you know, 22, 23-ish, and
stupid kids
at the height of the boom of the comic book industry. Yeah, like, what was like both of you guys? Like, what was like your biggest kind of rock star moment? Did you get a handful of cash and like I know Rob like bought a Viper, I think is one of the stories, and then his buddy wrecked it. Was his buddy you, Dan? Was that you?
No, there was a guy, and he's passed away too. But there was this guy named Dave.
Oh, Big Dave, yeah.
Big Dave. Big Dave was like 6'6", and he was the guy that used to run around in the Bad Rock suit. Real big dude. He left us heart issues. Big guys like that sometimes have the issues. But Dave, yeah, I remember it was and anybody that lived out there. So Matt knows. Pat might remember. I know John, you'll know. It was the 91, the Beach Boulevard exit right there at the hotel, and he took it way too fast and ended up taking it off the side.
Damn.
Wrecked his Viper. Also, like I had.
What? Tell me this. What was Rob's true reaction to that? Because the legend was that it was like no big deal.
That's the truth.
I just find it a little hard to believe.
No, that's the truth. It's the absolute truth. I'm not here to, dispel myth, dude. It's the absolute truth. Like, in fact, I was surprised because Rob was.
He'll kill you for a taco.
That's what I'm saying. He doesn't. It's the weird shit. It's the weird shit that you go, why are you mad about that? Fart bag. My fart bag is better than Gamer Girl bathwater. It could be. I don't know. You know, you love your own brand is from what I understand.
Everybody loves their own brand. Oh.
All right. So what was a good Rockstar moment for you guys? You definitely were making good money for a period of time. What's the biggest thing you just went and said, you know, this is like fuck you money, bam.
I bought my Jeep Cherokee with cash.
Hell yeah.
I walked in and said, I want the green one. And here's what's the sticker on it. Okay. I'm not paying, $100 over sticker. Boom. Gave him the cash and drove off.
Give us a number. What'd you drop?
Oh, back in 1993 $1993, it was like 24,000.
Okay. Well, shit. Yeah. For a 20-something-year-old, that's great, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Anything for you, Pat?
I think in my comic book career, I think the biggest thing I actually bought was a 911 C4S. And
wow, shit.
Wait, what is that?
It's a Porsche.
Oh, okay. All right.
Wow. And it was, at that time, it was 150,000. And yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. It must have, I heard those get you so much ass. I heard that just having one, the ass just shows up.
I don't know.
that.
It comes with it.
A long-term relationship at that time, so I didn't get.
I know how that goes. I'm married.
I was single, maybe, but
yeah. Geek Assault asks, have you or I ever done any graffiti? My answer is yes. But I did it, not as I wouldn't even say I was a culture vulture. I was more of kind of wanting to understand it. I worked for a company called Genco. They made those really big raver
Genco.
jeans. Yeah, not Genco.
No, Genco.
Oh.
Genco.
Oh.
And we had legit, real LA-based graffiti artists in there. And we had this guy called Yellow One. And he had this whole like fucking photo album of stuff. Really cool stuff. So I came up with a graffiti name. I called myself Radio 23, and it was just RDO 23. And I went and I did a few pieces just to see if I could do it. Like he showed us in the back kind of how to do it, the procedure of it, working, back to front and, effects last, and how the different caps would give different results. So I did it. Yeah, I did it just to see what it was like. I guess I was graph curious for a second. But yeah, I did it. I did it for like maybe 6 months. What about you, Pat?
I still the work that I do is more kind of a mixed breed between graffiti and comic illustration. So sometimes people ask me to do live performances, and then I'll kind of mix with like spray paint and also like sponge brushes to yeah. So most of the stuff I do is black and white, and then I'll do like splatting of paint and stuff like that. So yeah, I still do it every now and then. I don't do it all the time, but yeah, I still
love you.
Dabble into it every now and then, but not compared to like some of my other graffiti artist friends are pretty crazy. Like, yeah, I'm more focused on illustration, so not too much on the graffiti side.
That's awesome. Yeah, so there's, going back to John's question, there's definitely moments that I remember that were bedtime. I know it's bedtime. She wants me to tuck her in. Boss lady, I'll be there in a minute. I got to kick myself. I'm in the middle of a story, young lady. Yo, you want to say hi to Pat? Come here real quick, baby. You won't remember him, but he bought you the little barking dog, the little white one that goes sniff, 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 sniff. Pat there. You want to say?
I remember him.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she's going to be 9 on Monday.
How are you?
Hi.
You're going to be 9 soon?
Yeah.
A week from tomorrow. Nuts.
Awesome. Are you excited?
Really?
Make sure Dad buys you a huge gift.
Well, she knows what she's getting.
Okay.
She knows. Her phone that she's been using, the battery on it's dead. It won't even charge. So
Okay.
she knows she's getting a brand new iPod Touch, a pink one.
That is awesome.
Yeah, she's really excited.
There you go.
She's excited. She knows a few other things. So I'll be up in a second, baby. But there were definite moments. Like I remember working on Bloodstrike #1, and I had just drawn Shogun crashing through this glass, and it was a double-page spread with the camera up. Robert did the layouts, but I remember Todd McFarlane telling me that I didn't draw enough glass. And he just kept telling me more glass makes the panel look cooler. And I remember I was just drawing triangle and square, triangle, square, triangle, square. But then of course, you go, holy shit, that's like one of my biggest heroes kind of telling me what to do and how to do it. And he's standing over my shoulder.
And you wanted to punch him.
Hell no, dude. He was rocking the Canadian tuxedo, man. He had denim on denim with like a fucking denim sock. Shit was awesome.
Wow. Denim on denim.
Yeah, if you can do a bazillion of something and it's really easy, you might as well do it.
Like,
know.
yeah.
I remember every now and then at Extreme, we would have like Jim Lee pop by, and then we'd have like Tom McFarlane swing by, and then that was really fun, man. I remember when I turned over, I'm like, I never seen Jim Lee before, right? And he comes into the office. I'm like, I go, fuck, is that Jim Lee? And then I remember Shelby goes, yeah, dude, that's Jim Lee, man. And then I was like, holy shit, man. It's like, it's just weird, you know, because you always collect his work like ever since you're young, and then you see like, you know, him pop by. It's like I went all fanboyish.
We had really, really crazy antics, you know. I'm gonna pull something up. I don't think I'll get struck. You can play your own YouTube videos, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me
well, you can play other people's YouTubes. You just have to break them down and be giving commentary towards them.
I'm gonna pull up.
But if you play music, they'll get you.
Okay, I'm gonna play something really, really quick. Let me pull it back. There we go. I'm gonna kill the volume on it though, because it's pure gold, and it's one of our favorite people from Comicsgate. None other than our friend Art to Bear. We have Art to Bear in the middle in the yellow shirt. We have Dan Panosian over here, and we have none other than Byron Tallman standing there. There's Shannon Mickey, that's Danny Mickey's wife, who was our receptionist at the time.
Any chance Byron Tallman was a roommate of yours?
I like your detective work, sir. It was not him. It was not him. But Byron was telling Art everything to say. See? And look at how much dark hair Art had.
Look at
Byron? No way.
Yeah, that's Byron. That's Byron Tallman in the back, and then that guy over the left is
dark hair.
Let's see. Let's grab some other things. Oh yeah, this was the New York tour. That's Byron and me dancing, having a good time. So this was January of '93. We were on our way to New York. That's Eric Stevenson. Yeah. So this was the outside of Jim Hanley's universe. That girl right there is Danny Mickey. We had a crowd of over 5,000 people show up to this signing. There's Byron.
Oh, Byron looks good too, man.
There's Marat Michaels. Brian.
What's Byron and Danny Mickey up to?
Well, Danny is inking. He just finished inking John Romita Jr. over on Superman Year One. Byron goes by the name of Snakebite Cortez now, and he does a lot.
Oh, that's Snakebite Byron Tallman.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't put that together.
Surprise.
Yeah, they're great looking women, man. Give me a call.
Yeah, no, they're gorgeous. They're gorgeous. And this guy here, but
random police officer.
This was we had a crowd where the police had to come and escort us in and escort us out. So, like you asked about a Rockstar moment, we signed for more than 8 hours straight at this comic book store, and there was literally no avail. We ended up leaving early, and Rob ended up finishing it up, doing like a 12-hour signing. Hold on a second, baby, I'll be up in a second. There's Norm Ratman, another one of the ladies of Extreme.
Steve Perry.
Yeah, we were all very excited. This was our first stop on the very first Extreme tour, and we just had no clue that it would be popping in that way. Obviously, we have the lovely VHS scan lines. Let's see what else is in here. This was our promo video that we had running at San Diego Comic-Con 1994. So you got a lot of young versions of people in here. Of course, there's Art to Bear, Dan Panosian. There's Paul Scott, a.k.a. George McCarthy. That's Andre Kromoff right there, guys. Teresa, she was one of the Rams cheerleaders. We had a lot of the Rams cheerleaders working for us in the off-season times. There's
wait, how does that happen?
Well, okay, John. This is how it happens, my friend. We were awesome, and what happened was right next door to our studio was the Rams, where the Rams played football. So one of the girls, I don't know how she got the job, but her name was Rana. She worked at Image, which was next door on the same floor as us. And she told her other cheerleader, Rams cheerleader friends, I work for this comic company. They need people. And they showed up by the droves. We ended
It's
up
a bunch of thirsty boys with a lot of money. Come
yeah,
on.
exactly. Yeah. But we had like four Rams cheerleaders working at Extreme and at Image during that time. So that's, you know, you ask about those weird moments. I don't really get to think about them too often, but here you have it. This is, you know, that was inside of Danny, Mickey, and Norm's office. Who's that? That's Byron Tallman.
Oh my God.
Byron Tallman. That was Mark, the assistant letterer. He was cutting out the logo on the mock-up to put on the art. Let's see, whose artwork is that? I can't tell who's drawing that. Oh, this is going into the color department. Boom. Shot Byron in the face. There's Andre again, coloring away. So this was just like a smattering of what life was like at Extreme Studios. There's Matt Hawkins. You can tell by the hair. He always had this sweet hair. That's Marat Michaels when he had hair. Yeah, I know. I think with me in here having hair too. And you know the weird thing there. That's Brian Murray right there of Supreme fame, and a lot of storyboards. But they walked through and had us introduce ourselves. There's Danny walking through a page with
looking
Brian
good,
Murray.
Danny.
Yeah, there's the boys again. Art the Bear talking about looks like Black and White. No, that's Supreme. That's when he was working on Supreme.
Nice.
That's Kurt Hathaway as Elvis. This is some more Danny Mickey. It's weird. I recognize people's offices by their shit. That's Danny Mickey stuff. That's Kurt Hathaway. He lettered everything, and he's just showing you his hand lettering. Phil, if you're in the back room, this is how real men lettered. Just kidding, Phil. Just kidding. You're a real man. That was my desk. I can tell. This was all there. That Gumby. This
You still have that clock.
I do. Very
Nice.
good eyes, Matt. Very good eyes.
And did you film all this? Did you film this?
I filmed a lot of it. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What's the link, man? You got to send me the link.
I will. So then there's another guy you'll see called Flyco Joe. He's a retailer. We see a lot of him nowadays talking with guys like Jeppy and people like that. But he's got a wonderful channel. And one of the things that will crack you guys up because he was my local retailer. This is a young me interviewing a young Joe. Back in the day, I'm like 15 years old, talking to a retailer about retail.
That's awesome.
So this is why you'll always see me show all kinds of love to Joe Field and Flying Colors. As we go way back. Let me see if I can show Malin some stuff. You guys will find it entertaining or not. Let's see, Flyco Joe. I'll type in Dan Kobe like that. You do that, and here you go. This particular episode, we do a comic review, much like a YouTube show. So that's me with hair. And then we would talk comics, do a little bit of comic book reviewing, and then we would go and do a drawing lesson, and then we would wrap it up by having like a thought of the day sort of.
Dan loved that Batman shirt.
I did, and I was giving you, and these were live. These were all done live. I gave you.
Oh no shit! You didn't pre-record these?
No, these were live. See this? I'm holding the script to Batman, and the reason why I have that script is
Batman the movie.
Batman the movie is
Nice.
I was able to interview. That's Dennis Cowan, and the guy in the middle is Sam Hamm, the guy who wrote the first Batman movie. And I got I got this scoop. This was like I had them on my show a full month before the movie came out. So it was like
oh wow,
a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Skull.
Weird stuff. I thought you guys would like to see.
That's very cool. Yeah.
Funky old time history. Mr. Lee, how are you, sir?
I'm good. I'm good. I was just messaging people on my book that I'm live now on your show.
Oh yeah, have them come through.
Yeah, maybe I can drop a link or something.
Yeah, if you guys in the chat want to drop a link to the show in this, because I can't see the show. Actually, I can see the show. You guys want to see how weird this is? This will be weird. We'll see each other watching each other, which is very fucking meta. Here it is. That's us watching us.
That's me.
Yeah, that's you.
Hey, I know those guys.
So I'm gonna copy this link right now, and I'm gonna send it to you, Pat.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna kick myself. I'm gonna sign on to Facebook. Hopefully, my Facebook page isn't up and on there. You don't want to see all those naked. The pictures of people. Okay, here we go. Sent you the link so you can get that up and out. I'm kicking myself again and bringing Phil back in. I gotta go tuck in my almost 9-year-old. You can see her going down. Oh, wait a second. Uncle E is in the chat. Uncle E, if you want to come in too, I'm gonna give you the link. It'd be really cool.
Hey, Dan and Chad, I got to take off. So it was good talking to you. I wanted to meet you, Pat. So that's why I jumped in here. I never got to meet you before. So really nice listening to your stories and stuff like that. And looking forward to anything you got coming up.
Mike Green, as always, dude. Thank
good
you
to see
so
you
much.
guys too, John.
Take it easy, Mike Green.
Have a good one, Mike.
Yeah, thank you so much. All right. So, Uncle E, if you want to come up in the stream, I put the link in the chat. Sketch Therapy says good morning, Caesar. It is morning now, isn't it? Which is weird. I'm tucking my children in the morning time. I'm bringing Phil in right now. I'm gonna kick myself. So if I see Ethan in the green room, I'm gonna bring him in. But I'm gonna go tuck the baby. I'm gonna go tuck the baby in. I'll be right back, Jen. Hold on.
Pat, what are you digging TV wise?
Hold on, John. You got wolf milk? I got dragon's milk. It's a bourbon barrel aged stout. You ever tried it?
I'll put my wolf milk against your dragon milk any day.
Dude, I don't know. This shit's pretty good, man.
Hey, Ethan.
Hell.
Aha.
What up,
Good morning.
Lee?
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I just woke up. I got 8 hours of sleep. I don't believe it. I'm eating grapes.
You lucky bastard, you.
I know. I thanked Andrea. I was like, thank you so much for letting me sleep for 8 hours. And she's like, that's okay. She's like, don't forget, tomorrow we're opening the pool. So I got to put all the stuff out for the pool guys at 6 a.m. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Couch Noodles chat. Hello, Pat Lee. How are you, sir?
Great. How are you? How are you doing?
Terrific, man. Absolutely terrific. John Malin. John Malin's on the show. Hello, John Malin. And hello, Phil Diaz. And hello, Death Metal Hero and Colorist Extraordinaire Matt Yackey.
I took some NyQuil last night. I think I might have got 6 hours of sleep.
Wow. 6, and that's great. When you get 6 hours of sleep, that feels great. I'm getting 4-hour chunks, and I know,
yeah.
Same with me.
Yeah, and I need whiskey for that.
Yeah, amen, man. I checked. I did a quick run on all the. First of all, I got to brag. We're at $700,000 for Cyberfrog 2.
I saw that. Congratulations!
Yeah,
thanks. That's that's cool. We're making keychains. We're in the keychain business now.
Hell yeah!
People are worried about them poking.
I gotta reconfigure. You know what I'm gonna end up doing? I'm gonna end up
what
like.
Are you gonna do?
Well, okay, so people are complaining. No, Pat Lee, here's the thing. Cyberfrog has pointy parts on him. You know, I mean, you've seen the Cyberfrog design, I hope. You know, he's got
shoulders.
The shoulders. People don't now keychains, and especially when they're going to be metal keychains, are going to end up in people's pockets. They're going to poke their sensitive parts, their anatomy.
Balls.
This is people's concern. So I'm going to probably reconfigure. Here's what I'm going to do to make everyone happy.
No punctured sacks. Let's just go for that. Yeah.
I gotta come up with like a flat keychain and then make a PVC toy in addition to that. So you'll get a PVC toy, so everybody's getting the 3D Cyberfrog thing, and then a more sensible keychain, more sensible, practical keychain.
Some smooth edges.
Yes. Something flat. I think flat would be the best thing to do. But holy cow, Pat, what have you been up to, man? I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, not much. Just still doing a bit of comic book work. Been doing a lot of painting. We're building apps, doing some exhibition, doing some toys. Wow. Yeah, I just opened up a toy company 2 years ago with a good friend of mine. And so we're collaborating with like different companies, like doing vinyl toys, limited edition stuff, and yeah, just keeping really busy, keeping creative, and
that's nice.
I've always been kind of used to staying at home and working, so this whole epidemic thing or whatever it's not a big deal to me.
Right.
A mask outside, but other than that, it hasn't changed our life too much.
Yeah, so. I feel the same way. It's the epidemic actually just makes everybody know what it's like to be us, and it's perfectly okay, But cool. Are you? What book are you? I just saw the Black Flag cover. Do you have an indie book? You working for Marvel? What are you up to?
Well, my brother and I have started talking about doing another comic book series together. I haven't worked with him for I think over 15 years or something. So he's like, so we co-created a samurai project. It's a mini series, but I think I'm gonna probably end up doing it very long term. The world is really massive. We've designed over 200 characters, and we've built the whole construct of the history of the entire world. But it is a samurai in an apocalyptic world, and it's really just about survival and trying to understand who he is as a person. There's a lot of symbolism behind it. There's a lot of stuff.
Ooh, see, Dan was hiding that one too. Look how cool that is.
Jesus,
is that a traditional piece?
Yeah, no, this is actually a digital piece.
Okay.
Yeah, I did this on my iPad.
Wow.
That's sexy.
So, yeah, it's there's a lot of nudity in it. There's a lot of blood. There's a lot of swearing. Yeah, I wanted to. I didn't want to have any restrictions on it whatsoever. So there's a lot of like sex in it, and there's a lot of blood, and it's just a really dark story. So I'm really excited about it because I've never worked on a book like this before, and I just feel that I'm getting to the age where I just want to do something that I'm just super, super passionate about, and I'm just excited about it. I'm just really excited about it.
Every panel looks great.
Awesome.
Every panel looks great.
There, man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Sorry for kicking you, Phil, but I had to come back. Phil, you stay in the green room. I'll bring you back. How you doing, Uncle E? Congratulations on crossing 700.
I'm doing great. I feel terrific, except I need a haircut, Dan. And I'm going to do what you did. I'm going to go your way. I can't take
clippers.
Yeah, I'm going to clip it all down because I wake up and I look even more crazy every single day. I haven't had a haircut since I launched Cyberfrog, so it's 6 weeks, 7 weeks.
It's like your bunny suit.
My head.
Like what you rate for that? It's amazing. It's really great.
You guys, if you get a chance, sign up for the pre-launch page for the Lost Pages. It's Phil's next book. It's really cool. It's a shared universe, an anthology with a bunch of characters that come together. Oh, Pat Lee, look who's in the chat, dude. Hold on, it went by so fast. Hold on, there it is. Boom! Look who's in the chat.
Oh, what's up, dude?
Yeah.
Last time I saw him was when I was 19 years old. I think.
Oh, crazy, man. That's crazy to think about.
That's awesome.
So we still talk on Facebook.
Oh, that's awesome. Ethan, what's going to happen? There's great concern about people hurting their balls.
We just went through that while you were away peeing. We talked about this, Dan. We talked about this. I'm gonna have to do two things. I'm gonna have to make a keychain that's more practical. Okay, my keychains were pie in the sky. My keychain concepts, and then so I'll make a flat metal keychain with shaped like Cyberfrog, something that's more practical, and then also I will make a PVC toy, probably at like $750 or something like that. Okay. So that it's another stretch goal. People are gonna they'll get the Cyberfrog toy that I promised them.
Is there any truth to the rumor that the keychain, the metal keychain, is really made out of pie?
How could that be, Dan?
Unobtainium.
I've just been hearing that it was made.
I encourage you to bite it, Dan. When it comes, go ahead and bite it and see what happens, Dan. See what happens when you bite this metal keychain and if it's pie or not, Dan, and that'll prove it to you. And to you, Jabba the Cuck in the chat. Screw you, Jabba the Cuck. Everywhere I go, Dan Fraga, this guy follows me around and calls me fat. Everywhere I go.
Well, it's all right. All you got to do is flirt with Jabba. You'll make him blush. To
be fair, Jabba was here first. We saw him hours ago.
It's true. How you doing, Pat? You're like, what did I come into?
Pat hasn't grasped the Comicsgate YouTube scene yet.
No. But I was telling him about it. I was saying, bring your samurai book over here. It's right. It's like right up, right the fuck up the right alley, dude.
We love beautiful artwork over here.
And we love no holds barred. And you said all the right stuff, man. Like the fact that you're making it for yourself, that you're fan zero. That's super important, man. It just means it's gonna be the best. Really, really stoked about it. Ethan,
I just remember when I create projects, I don't even really think about like how it's other people are going to see it. It's just more about I'm just going to do it. I just love comics to the point where you just want to just draw. So
right.
I haven't thought really too deeply about how it's going to go out. So, but
we'll talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, it needs to be here. Oh, dude, Cecil wants me to de-wrench Jabba. Cecil, I'm gonna go in.
It's about time.
I'm gonna go in. I don't know if I'm gonna de-wrench Jabba because Jabba holds the wrench tightly, and that scares me. I don't want to.
I'm just gonna leave that alone. Holds the wrench tightly.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Hold on, there he is. Cecil, you are now wrenched up. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome our new mod. It's weird. I say a name, and sometimes what ends up happening is they just show up. That's like we say Malin's name 3 times. He's like Beetlejuice. He just shows up. But Ethan, after we streamed last night, Cecil, John, Anna and I went off and did another stream, and it was all fine and great. We saw a man who could come many times
a day
because he slipped a disc getting out of a chair. Then he said, I'm so sick of this coming. I'm gonna just chop my junk off and call me lady friend.
Yeah, and Christine, I think it was. Yeah.
But then
what would you do? I mean, do you have a better idea?
I'd nut everywhere I walk.
Dan thinks it'd be a good thing. The pain doesn't register with Dan. It's like, it's gonna be great.
It seems awesome. I mean, I'd get new kind of pants, maybe start selling.
It's the involuntary part that's a problem, Dan. I mean, theoretically, you could do that yourself if you wanted to. I mean, you could nut 100 times a day.
You'd be really sore and chafed, though.
But that's what Dan would figure out. It's the involuntary.
Dan, what happens when you go home for Christmas?
It'd be called Jizmas, and there'd be a lot of icing on the tree.
No,
tinsel everywhere.
Yeah, but anyhow, we went from the highbrow material of a man who comes himself.
Yeah.
To watching pimple popping.
Mm-hmm. I'm so glad I missed that. I'm really glad I missed that. I left at the right time.
I was hurting. I wasn't Cecil bad. Cecil was ruining his throat with his own bile. I just had a headache from like chuffing. We got struck. I think YouTube was like, none of this. We're not having any of this shit.
No.
None of that.
That was a good choice. Good choice on that part.
Pat's like, what did I walk into? What is this?
It's the internet, man. It's the internet.
Esoteric stuff. Hey, Ethan, did you know that Pat's in the future right now?
12 hours.
Now he is. Oh, nope. No,
he's in the future. He's in, it is Monday afternoon. It's lunchtime in Hong Kong right now.
Hong Kong. Okay.
Yeah.
He says we're gonna have a beautiful sunny day today.
Well, then I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to getting to where Pat is in time and enjoying my beautiful sunny day.
Yeah, we had crazy quarantine for a very, very long time. I think like since last year, June, we were already quarantined because we had 6 months of pretty crazy protesting. Like you you had to outside, like you couldn't wear like certain colors, like you couldn't wear white because it represents gangsters, and then you couldn't wear blue because it represented like police, and then you couldn't wear other black because it represents protest. So then no one wanted to go out, for like
what can you even wear?
So you had to
pink.
Like nothing, like you had to wear pink. No, I'm serious. You had to wear pink. Like I had busted out like my pink hoodies and my pink t-shirts and stuff every time I went out to buy groceries. But you'd step outside and people are like, protesting and yelling, and it was nuts, man. And then the police raided a university, which was like, I think they had like over 1,000 students in there that were protesting. They were like firing like bow and arrows, like they were firing arrows at the police.
Wow.
Molotovs, like they put a whole police car on like an army vehicle like on fire by chucking over like 25 Molotovs. It was crazy. So after that, it was like coronavirus. Like immediately right after, it was like coronavirus, and then we were quarantined for another 3-4 months. So we've been in quarantine since like June, July of last year. So
holy shit.
So only till now, like basically this week is where things were starting to open up. The economy is getting back to normal. I mean, so that's good. So Hong Kong's been through some pretty craziness in the past year, I would say. So
yeah, wow.
Holy shit. Yeah, so you guys are basically coming up on almost a year. Like in a couple months, it'd be a full year of basically living in quarantine conditions.
Pretty much. I mean, like when there was protesting, it wasn't necessary for people to actually quarantine themselves, but a lot of people were staying home because they're like, because there was like huge fights going on, like between the police, like gangs, and also just protesters. So there's all kinds of shit going on. Like everyone's just like beating each other up and stuff. Or there's some people that got shot. Like police were firing and their guns and stuff. It was the very first time, I think, in a very, very long time where Hong Kong has experienced anything that dramatic before. Yeah. So, and then things started to calm down, I think around like November, December, and then boom, it's like all of a sudden there's like a virus that gets leaked out. Everyone has to stay home, So
it's like almost like a great action movie.
Yeah.
In my mind, there's swords and there's 20-foot leaps.
Yeah, it was crazy. I felt that way. It's like one time I stepped outside, and then there was like, I don't know, like over 20 police buses, like just like going towards Causeway Bay, which is, like not too far away. And there was just like big fights going on, like, so police were like, there's one point in time, the whole entire city, there was like, protesting. So it was the whole entire city, like every region you go to, there was like protests going on. I think that was at the peak. And then, but anyways, it was just really, really nuts. But but I'd still go, to the toy shop. Just
look, priorities, man. Absolutely.
Ethan, Cecil's promoting me.
Cecil's promoting you?
Yeah, look at him.
He got wrenched up, man. He got wrenched up, and I think he's rising to the occasion. It's like, when someone gets paroled, they don't want to fuck that shit up.
He won't promote Ethan, man, but he's promoting me. I appreciate you, Cecil.
I came down hard. I really feel like I hurt Cecil's feelings when I said that. The thing about it is that, my worst enemies sell more copies of Cyberpunk than Cecil does, and he's my friend. Now, I will say this. John does great. John does great. John sells a lot of copies of Cyberfrog. People click over because of him.
Well, I thank my mods for that. I'm sure they help on that end.
Speaking of Cyberfrog, let's take a look, man. This is where you crossed over to 700,000. You're closer now to $1 million than not. You beat the worm.
We beat the worm in one way. We want to beat the worm every which way, Dan. So we beat the worm's 2-month total.
That's right.
But I want to beat the worm's 5-month total, which is $815,000, and I want to beat it in 2 months. I want to beat it in the next 11 days. Now, it seems hard. That seems like quite a chore.
Yeah,
but I think we can do it, Dan.
I think the way you do it is you stab people in the nuts with a keychain. From pie.
They'll remember you. That's for sure. They'll remember you.
Yeah, that's the thing. You got to have a message that resonates, and I think sharp pain to the testicles.
You're also approaching 6,000 backers. You're only 78 backers away from 6,000 backers. That's massive.
Yeah. We'll get to 6,000. I mean, I want to beat Blood Honey in every way, and that's so when you say 6,000 backers, that's good. But Blood Honey got 8566 backers. Now we're climbing uphill because I'm offering a perk with Cyberfrog Wreck Planet that discourages repeat backers, which I didn't do with Blood Honey. That is the honeycomb box. It's a subscription. You buy it, you get one of everything. There's no need to back again. So when you see me beat the number of backers that I had for Cyberfrog Blood Honey, that is me beating my critics like a redheaded stepchild, beating you guys like a rented donkey. I will do that. I will actually beat my Blood Honey numbers, and I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way. I'm going to earn it. Watch.
Now, there's somebody in the chat asking me to play the Camel video. I don't know what that is. What's the Camel video? You guys know what that is?
Camel Moon.
Camel Moon, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Is there a new Camel Moon video?
As of a week ago, yeah.
Oh, is that the Hail Salad?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love that video.
Don't show that to Pat Lee. Pat Lee doesn't need to see that.
Yeah,
Let Pat see. Let Pat show him everything. Open the book.
Hey, Ethan, did you hear about how a bunch of us very nice, polite Comicsgate members were muted out of Donnie's channel last night?
Oh.
No, I didn't hear that.
For just saying hello. For just saying hello to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I stopped into one of Ryan's streams the other day, a drawing stream, and I was like, yeah, Ryan's doing an Indiegogo confirmed. And somebody's like, no, never, not with me. And I was like, oh, shit.
Ryan, what are you talking about?
Ryan Stegman.
Oh, Ryan Stegman.
He's got a YouTube channel, Ryan and his friends or whatever. Yeah, he was drawing. And I was like, oh, Ryan's going to do an Indiegogo campaign. And everybody freaked out.
Yeah, Vanessa L was there. She said, hail Fragaboom. I said, hail Vanessa. Someone else said, hail. I said, hail CG. And we all got muted. It was amazing.
We got to get Pat Lee to start hailing Comicsgate. All right, show that Camel Moon.
All right, yeah. What do I got to look up what's it? I got to go
here. I'll find it, Dan. Then
you find it and I'll share your screen. Yeah.
All right.
I get all my insights and cool news from watching Ethan and John's channel.
What is Sheila Allen saying? EVS is deflecting and redirecting. What on earth are you talking? Sheila, what I do this time?
There seems to be
another one. You're another one in the chat. You're another miniature job of the cuck. It's kind of come to a stop.
A mini cuck.
Sheila goes through the internet and finds the fattest pictures of me that she can, and then she blasts them all over the internet. Sheila,
is that where we got the one where you're in like the white button down with the glasses and you look like
I didn't see that one. I don't want to know.
Pat, are you ready for this?
Yep.
All right. Yeah.
Let's see it.
Hi, you're watching Camel Moon on YouTube. If you enjoy this content, please consider subscribing to Camel Moon on Subscribestar. All contributions will go towards the creation of more content. Thanks for watching.
Thank you, Camel Moon.
Was that Camel Moon's voice?
No. I forgot who he said it was.
No, it's Sheila, probably.
Hi.
It doesn't look like me.
I guess I'm back.
What's up, everyone?
Everyone's here. I don't believe it.
We have a planned special guest tonight.
Hey, what's going on?
Can we just talk about it for a second? What is the matter with Cecil?
While he's not here, that's the best time to talk shit about him.
And get on camera, Cecil.
Cecil, hi.
Stop yelling at me. I'm a real human boy with feelings. Why do people keep forgetting that?
I don't know.
Look at me. I've got this cool pineapple shirt on.
He's on the wrong show.
Whoa, look at that.
I dress so much better than that dude.
You need a mask with a mohawk like that.
Cecil, I don't know if you're aware of this. Susan Day is the big sister from the Partridge Family, and she was totally hot.
Well, that's just your ignorance.
Huh? Why did I hear that then? Why am I confused about that?
I don't ask. I like the mystery.
Oh my God, I wanted to bang Susan Day so bad when I was 4.
4?
So bad.
What are you, a life coach now?
That's when the Partridge Family was on when I was 4.
Partridge Family aired 70 to 74. You never watched that shit live.
I wanted to bang Susan Day when I was 10. So what?
It happens.
I would say this to everyone all the time.
I get scared of the laughter of children.
Who gets angry at the laughter of children?
Especially when like it's in the middle of the night and you don't have any children.
And there's an echo to it.
And it is sad.
Yeah, I used to only cry during sex, so I went to a therapist and we figured out it's from the pepper spray.
Looking at a dinosaur and thinking, man, I bet his dick is huge, is a perfectly logical conclusion to come to.
Yes, I've seen it.
Well, the problem is that T-Rex is a minor.
I don't think a human woman would want that. It's got like spikes on it.
Yeah, I guess it turns out that you're right again.
If I might just, for one moment, Ethan, cut you off from your horse shit.
Okay, all right. I'll listen to you. Maybe you're right.
And start talking as soon as you're go.
He's a good friend of mine. He works over at FedEx.
Yeah, hi.
I will call you tomorrow.
Does the audio sound okay and everything? Can I just talk at you?
You called me at 1:30 in the morning.
So I wanted to talk a little bit about something that I did yesterday.
All right, Donnie. I'll call you a little bit later. All right.
But yeah, I'm just like everybody else. I'm probably clinically like
it's 1:47 in the morning. What the fuck?
First of all, I just want to say one thing very, 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 very clearly.
Would you do that?
I want you to know that, like, can I just like briefly spiral at you?
That's the thing. Now is not a good time to do that.
Hey man, I need some alone time. I need to go out in the backyard. So like normalcy will help a lot.
Is he talking to us while he's shitting?
You can see him on the can.
This is fun to watch this kind of stuff.
Fucking hell.
This is why we need a coronavirus.
It's gotten so bad in New York that when I order like an Asian hooker, I don't know if when she's spitting in my mouth, it's because I'm paying her or it's because she's trying to kill me.
Cecil, just do some dope shit.
So how's Donnie doing over there?
If you took his little pube beard away, he'd look like a 4-year-old. Why are Satanists all pussies?
Ethan needs to play the piano.
Clear the closing doors, please.
Launch them to the moon so they can stay so very far. Your worm trails on Jupiter and Mars. Oh, trebuchet, make them fly. Oh, trebuchet, supersonic, baby.
You know, my own stupidity. I ruined the flow of the show.
It's going.
Everything's a matter of timing, Cecil.
I wish I had someone to spiral to.
Well, there you have it. Pat, how you doing, man?
That was pretty intense.
That's put together by a
Oh,
fan.
my God.
So, Pat, that's put together by a fan. And all the audio, he just cuts things. Like none of it's ever meant from like one spot to another. It's his edit completely. So he pulls Ethan, mine, Cecil's. Yeah.
So the chat saying the chat is saying that there's another Camel video that
Michael Green posted a different video.
Okay.
He just posted it again.
I don't know how to grab a link.
I'll check.
Yeah, can you grab that link? Oh yeah, Cecil.
I posted it in the private chat, Dan.
Awesome, I'll grab it. Cecil's book is very close as well to 160,000, which is
165. Wow. He's like, yeah, wow. Cecil's $90 away.
He's going to be the guy to chase. All right, it says go to Twitter. Check this out. I don't know if that worked, man.
Sheila Allen says mute it, Dan. I don't know if it's going to get you a copyright claim.
Yeah, it's got music in it. Probably don't want to play. It's Ethan riding a camel.
Don't do that.
How is it me riding a camel? I've never ridden a camel in my life. Sheila,
Photoshop, man. Photoshop.
All right, let me bring the audio down. I don't want to get struck. That would suck to get struck, right? Suck.
It's funnier with the music though.
Well, beggars, choosers, and such. All right, here we go. Camel video. I don't even know what I'm going to be seeing right now. I'm ready.
What? Oh no.
Was it hot there, Ethan?
That's a cheap Photoshop. That is not me riding a camel.
No, that's clearly
it's real to me.
When did you go to the desert?
That's not even real. And Sheila, that is fake, and you can't fool everybody. You didn't fool me. You didn't fool Sketch Therapy.
Wait, were you getting the pie for the keychains out there?
This is an outrage. This is a fraud.
Look, even Chris Stanley agrees. Not fake at all.
Sheila Allen says the Photoshop's for photos, you boomers. Or whatever it is, whatever trickery you employ.
Now, Ethan, Cecil's in the chat, and something got brought up last night that Cyberfrog was actually ripped off from Cyber Cecil. How do you feel about those accusations?
Well, I'm glad it's finally getting out there.
It's more lies from more liars.
Lies and slander.
More liars. Yes.
All right, because he's got Mandible Crushers. He's got another one called the Graveyard Crew, and another one called the Black Rag.
I ripped off Graveyard Crew. I'm just gonna put it out there.
Yeah, and Black
At least
Flag.
you're honest about it, Malin.
Black Flag. Yeah, I took it from Black Rag. I did. So we're all a bunch of bad people here.
I'm just waiting for Graveyard Shift 3. I gotta say, I put up the charts for the top 25 Indiegogos, and once Graveyard Shift 3 comes out, that isn't real.
No,
what about the picture of you on the Nazgul? Huh? What about the picture of you on the Nazgul? That's real, right?
I haven't seen that either, but
Cyber
He's already launched it.
Yeah, it's out.
Wow.
It's out. It's out.
Cecil on top of shit. Wow.
So Pat, welcome to the carousel, man. How you feeling?
You guys do this like all the time?
All the time.
Yes, we do. The best. That is the best reaction I've ever heard. You guys do this all the time. Yes, we do. It is.
We're nuts.
It's a circus. We have a good time. Eventually, Pat, I want to get you back, and I'm going to ask you the 13 questions I ask all of my guests. I've had Todd McFarlane, Rob, Neil Adams, Mike Mignola. I ask questions. They're a little more getting inside your craft in your head, but you fell into the rabbit hole, my friend. Welcome. Welcome.
Okay,
6 a.m. Comics, who I love, who wants to rap against me. Payday this week. I'll be back in some Black Flag. Here's $5 to hold you over, though. Thank you very much. Challenge accepted. Your wheel is wobbly, so it doesn't ride straight. I don't know if you guys saw 6 a.m.'s freestyle, but he hit post before he made sure it was okay. Challenge accepted, my good friend. Thank you, 6 a.m. for the $5 super chat. Let's check in one more time on the good old campaign. Wrong window, guys. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. Let's see.
Slander.
It is. It's a bad time. All right. Let me hit refresh. See if the numbers have changed at all.
I mean, at least they didn't have you breaking the camel's back, E.
It used to be a horse. It was a horse until I got on it. By the way,
it's a horse.
Dan, share my screen.
Now it's preserving water.
Share my screen for a second.
You got it, dude. Let's pop it in. What is that? That's a list.
This is the top 25 right now. This is where we're trying to get. This is like a strategy almost. Okay, so all of these ones that are check marked are Comicsgate. These are the top 25 Indiegogo comic book campaigns from 2018 to current. This is like when Comicsgate started.
That's at least half the list.
Yeah, we're crushing it. There are only a couple now. Here's what I want to do. Here's our strategy. So see this Sithra 5 and 8, whatever this is. We got to kick this the fuck off the chart. The way to do that is to push She up over 90,000. So I'm going to be promoting She. So we got to get She to 91.
Yeah, love to
Let's do it, man.
And then as soon as Graveyard Shift comes out, when Graveyard Shift comes out, that's going to zoom. Graveyard Shift's a 6-figure book. So then all of the, like 88% of the chart will be Comicsgate. And then look at all the 6 figures. It's going to be 6 figures all the way down to, so we're going to push you and Vestige to 6 figures.
Excellent. And I'm at number 23 right now. That's my favorite number.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a holy number.
That's a good one, man. Good stuff.
So we need to push this. We need to push this about $4,000 more. She. So I'm going to be talking about She. I barely promoted it.
Can you link it up? Can you link it up on your screen?
Link up what this chart?
No, she's the She campaign. I'll pull your screen out if you want to get it.
I got it right here. I mean,
you do, man. You're so fucking fast.
Well, no, I've got all the campaigns that I'm watching and promoting this week.
My man. All right, let's take a look. Run us through it.
You want me to? Okay.
Where'd Pat go?
Pat left. Pat leave. All right, so this is She, Return of the Warrior by the great Billy Tucci, and this
My
book.
dude.
Everyone loves Billy Tucci. I just, Billy's another one, like kind of like Dan. I feel like, wow, these guys can promote their books pretty well by themselves. They're doing good. But at this point, I think it's time for me to pick this up and kind of run with it a little bit. Promote it, get Billy in there, and let's try to get this thing to 91. This number needs to be 91 in order for Comicsgate to dominate that chart. Because then, as soon as, like I said, as soon as Graveyard Shift comes in, we are going to we're going to kick this thing right off. This is not Comicsgate. We're going to kick this off the chart. And it's going to be pretty much total domination of Comicsgate. We got to get, and eventually what's going to happen is we're going to push all of these past Bigfoot build too. Can you imagine that when the lowest, can you imagine that? Like you have to be $250,000 to even get on this chart. That day is going to happen. It's going to come.
I believe it will. Yeah.
So I'm very excited.
Very awesome.
That's very cool. We lost Pat. I have a feeling he lost the internet because reaching out to him and he's got no connection on Facebook either. So you guys definitely go and check out Pat Lee Art on Instagram. I'm hoping he brings his samurai book over here because that is right up my alley. I think it's excellent stuff. Let's bring Phil back in. Phil, thank you for your kindness and understanding. I've kicked you so many times.
No, brother. I know it's not personal.
It's definitely not personal. And Joe King is in the green room. We see you back there, my man. Let's see who's in the chat. Some new people. We got some new people in the chat I haven't seen before. What up, DJ 2K Comics? He's putting quote lost internet. People have it, man. People have it. It's It's out there. Jawbreakers will knock off She for a little while, probably. Jawbreakers is looking good. Jawbreakers 3, I instantly backed that. As soon as it launched. Well, I asked your boy if he would let me know when it launched, because I talked to him maybe about an hour before, and I got to see the cover, and I was completely blown away by the cover. Kyle Ritter just hit a home run, instant back just based on the cover alone. The video, I don't know if you guys saw Richard's video, but that made me I wanted a refund, but I couldn't find my phone, and I'm lazy. So
he fixed it. I got a message. Zach was. I think we actually got. We kind of made Zach a little bit sad because he's like, I took your. He said, I took your criticism and I've made a new video. It's only 5 minutes long. It's still too long, Zach. It's still 5 minutes is way too long.
We're getting there, though.
Yeah, but
the boy likes to meander just a little bit around his point.
Yeah,
just a little bit.
I loved his video. I find all of his videos to be very human. It's like hanging out with a friend.
Absolutely.
I love that. I love it.
Yeah. That's what his YouTube channel is.
But I am
these are promo videos.
I'm gonna fix my video based on the feedback I got from you and Wolf Guts or whatever.
Wolf Guts. New nickname.
Hashtag Wolf Guts.
Yeah, I'm gonna recut it. I'm gonna adjust the audio. I'll probably add some new footage, new artwork. Get it a little going. I did talk to a friend of mine. You guys are going to hear it first. Matt's met him before. My buddy Chris Kirkpatrick of NSYNC is going to be coming on to the show probably this week. We're going to talk about comics. He's a big fan of comics. He was featured in Wolverine. So we're going to be bringing Chris on to talk comics, talk what it was like to be a pop star in the early 2000s, which would be a lot of fun. And he's got a lot of really great ideas as well. And if anybody shows the values that we show here about thinking about fans first, that would definitely be Chris. Yeah, see, coming back on Wi-Fi issues. He's got the Zach issue, man. He's got the Zach issue.
I heard that NSYNC actually got the name of the group from the 80s pop group In Cecil.
That was actually a 70s VHS, and you weren't supposed to see that.
Okay.
Yeah, it was In Cecil. That's right.
Yeah,
well, the highlight of his NSYNC time was getting to hang out with comic book artists.
It was. It was. Baz wants more Starpoon. All I have to say about that is, well. That's all
I offered him $50 for that name. He turned it down.
The name?
Yeah.
What's up?
Look, you know when you got something hot. You know what I mean? He knows.
Yeah. Just like that Mia shirt.
Dude, I can't wait for the Mia shirt. They haven't written me back though, and I'll tell you something about crypto fashion that I would say they need to fix is they don't have cookies, and I don't mean the kind you eat. I mean, I looked and I selected XL, then I said, "Oh, there's a black shirt," so I went back and selected the black shirt too, hit checkout, and it made them both smalls. Shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have done that. So hopefully they'll fix that, because if they get here and they're smalls, I have to wear them, and we don't want that. We don't want that. That I'd be moving around like this. I'd look like one of those guys in those crazy those medium shirts.
One of those little belly shirts.
Yeah. Be looking good. If it said Hawaii 83 on it, it'd be okay, and that's the only time it's okay. Wear that half shirt.
Dan, I met Joey Fatone down in Orlando. He tried to pick up my wife at the time with Kit. Like he drove Kit to the indoor skydiving place that we were all at. Tried to pick up my wife at the time with Kit. It was funny.
Nice.
How do you do that? I mean, if you're gonna be doing, if you're gonna be picking up on chicks, you either do it in a Porsche or like the coolest movie car, one of the coolest movie cars ever made. You know, the only time
steering wheel was impractical.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
See, John, you're always finding the cracks in any sort of surface. Bacon, the best thing on the planet you have doubts about,
Yeah.
You know,
you wouldn't be able to hold on that wheel. I mean, it's junky. There's no top or bottom to it.
And Kid will just drive you around. I mean, he's like,
right.
Why
you
didn't
can't count, look, if there's anything we know in 2020, you can't count on computers.
Even in the future, nothing works.
Cecil is only $55 away from his dream of having $55 more dollars. Back cash grab. You guys.
I have a dream of having $300.
People should consider backing Black Flag.
I think
that's true. Where's Black Flag at?
You know, you need to get those numbers up there.
All right. Hey, who wants to get kicked because Pat Lee's back? Who wants to
I'll go. I'm going to get to work.
Ethan, sir, thank you so much for coming. Congrats again on 700. Please send me that updated list. The one I've got is from about a week ago, and the numbers are different. So I want to.
We need to update it again because I think on this list I'm still below 700,000. So it gets updated every day. But I mean, the thing is, as a community, Comicsgate, we're over $2 million so far for the year, and we just keep pushing. So
that's fantastic.
We need Graveyard Shift 3, John.
Yes, sir. June.
That's what we need. June. Okay.
As soon as I fulfill 2, we're rolling right into 3.
Hey, Jabba the Cuck has something to say. When you leave, Ethan, he says we now have enough room for 10 more people.
That's it, Jabba the Cuck. All right, guys. I'll see you later.
Hail Caesar.
Hail ugly.
Mr. Lee, why are you in uniform?
Welcome back.
Hi, my wife. Yeah, my wife. I got 10 minutes, and then I got to head over to a meeting.
That's great, man. Yeah,
I'm on for it, man.
Thank you for coming through, man. It's been a good time catching up with a homie, man. Like so many stories, so many more things in the future. I'm really excited about your book you're working on. I'm excited about everything you've told the chat and the panel about. What are you most excited about in doing your book? Do you know the format? Do you know how big your story is? How many pages? Like what's going on with that?
Well, we've written up to 2 volumes already. We're already writing our 3rd volume. I'm about 70% done the first issue.
Wow.
And it's going to be the first issue is 26 or 27 pages in length, and then and basically we're pretty much we're going long term on it because I hope one day I can turn into an animation. So it's going to be. Nice. I'm actually talking to a couple of Japanese animation companies about taking on as an animated series. And I've spoken to a couple of Japanese celebrity voiceover artists.
Have you considered using Korea?
Yeah, we have a couple of Korean partners, but they're mostly in the gaming sector. So, but I think that we have. I guess it's because it's samurai. We've had a lot of people grow interest in Japan.
Right, that makes sense.
Yeah. So we have. We're also speaking to a couple of producers right now to see if we can, talk to like Netflix and some other companies to see if there's any interest to do like a series of it or something. So.
Awesome. To put you in touch with Audu Payton. He was my mentor at Mattel. Do you remember? Were you in the studio when Jeff Matsuda and Chap got pulled away into animation? Were you still in the studio?
I think I was in the studio. I think when I was in the studio, Chap was still there. They were still, but I think they were working from home because I didn't really see them very much.
Right.
So
I don't think they were not fans of the rubber band snapping their asses. That's what it boiled down to.
That sounds suspicious, man.
And
Go figure.
Yeah. I remember when I remember that time. I got hit pretty bad, man. Like in the side of the face. Like it flew. George, man. He had like huge elastic band just like flew out of nowhere. You know what I mean? And it just like hit me right in the ear. I was like, holy shit, that was pretty hardcore. I think it was like point blank.
Isaac asks, where can I get your book? Pat's got plans. Pat's got plans.
Oh, I was wondering, how many pages are in a volume? You said 3 volumes, I think?
Yeah, basically it's every single volume is 4 comics.
Oh, wow, okay.
100 and something pages. Yeah.
Like 4 22-page issues comics? Is that what you mean? Okay.
Yeah, but like the first issue was actually planned for only 22 pages, but then as I was writing it, I started to include more pages in it. It is very story driven. It's very story heavy. So I'm trying to, put in a lot of splash pages and stuff like that into the comic book series. It's very, very detailed. It's like super, super detailed. There's a lot of hidden stuff in there. All of my old friends and stuff. I'm putting all that stuff inside the background.
The pages on your Instagram, are those like final? Like, is that what it's going to look like, or are those kind of more production pieces, or what?
Yeah, like I have a lot of, I do a lot of show a lot of layouts. I do have some more final pieces, shots in there, but none of them have any special effects or final rendering. Everything is about like 70 or 80% complete.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Yep. So on my first comic we just released, I work with my brother. He's the artist and I'm the writer. How is it working with your brother, and what does he do versus what you do?
Sure.
Oh, hey, Phil's here.
Hey, what's up?
Malin, how do you wear a hat like that all the time? God damn, my head.
Man, guys, look, I used to wear this. Look, I wear this big, thick one in the winter time.
I can see through this thing, and my head's still sweating. Holy shit! Geez. Sorry.
I live in Michigan. It might not be as hot as it is wherever you're at.
No, I'm in Florida.
Sorry, Pat. Didn't mean to sidetrack.
Oh, it's okay. But working with my brother is really, really fun because he's just full of a lot of concepts, a lot of ideas, and every time I'm stuck on something, he'll come in and be like, give her this name, or like, why don't we include this part in the story, or build a part of this character. So my brother's really great, especially when we were working on Transformers and stuff. He would always because he's a big TF fan too, so he would always pull in, throw in some ideas on characterization and plots and ideas and stuff. So it's really fun working with my brother. We never argue about anything. We're always very respectful towards each other's opinions and ideas. So there's this one female character that's created by him. He really loved the concept of the character, so I included her into the story. So it's a really fun process, because as I'm even doing the art, he's like, do you think you can add this page in, that can help boost the story concept or get people to really get into the character and stuff. So it's really how do you say, it's kind of it's very organic, the way we work with each other. And I just really like working because we never argue about anything, and he gives me a lot of freedom, and I give him a lot of freedom of creativity. And and it's always been really fun to work with him.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm an only child, so I don't have any siblings.
I like to imagine that when Matt looks off to the side and he's laughing at something that we can't see, that he's looking at his murder cam.
Yeah, people getting murdered.
Oh, me?
Or drug deals.
Yeah.
No, nothing.
Oh, Matt's here.
I think there's homosexual activities. A little bit of bum cum.
Streets are empty, man. Look, everybody's locked up.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Thank you, Jason. Oh man, we did crazy stuff. I mean, the 90s, we didn't have cell phones in the way that you could capture anybody. There was no digital camera. It was film cameras. We used to throw out the stuff that didn't work and keep the ones. So we have photo albums. That's the boomer thing to do. But I'm so grateful. I'm grateful. The only things I wish I had taken, I wish I took more pictures at Jack Kirby's house. I wish I took a few more pictures at the studio. But I'm really glad there's only the highlight reel,
Yeah.
Personally.
I saw a meme about the 90s. It said, lots of memories, no evidence.
Yes, that's very
Hey,
true.
can't
And
prove
it's
it.
probably a good thing.
Probably.
I remember when Rob used to get really pissed off though. That was like
Let's hear it.
I think we should focus and start and just work. Yeah.
I remember the first time.
Like, Rob was going. I don't remember what he was angry about, but there was a time where he was like super pissed about something, and then everyone was just like super quiet. You know?
Yeah, I remember one time when he yelled at Garib Sheamus, like was screaming on the phone, screaming at Garib Sheamus, like, you don't want me to come to your fucking office, I'll kick your fucking ass. Like he was screaming.
Right. Damn.
And then you got to see him proceed down the top 10 and out of the top 10 because they no, that's the crazy thing about Wizard. I still have big love for the Sheamuses and everything, but like they were very payola. Like the more ads you bought, the better your books did, the more coverage you got. If there were any sort of personal beefs, they took it out on you in coverage and rankings. That was true. Oh, look at this, man. Dynamo is asking me, tell us all the dirt you know about Art Bear. Delete the stream later. He's old and goes to sleep at 6 p.m.
True.
We'll find out.
I love Art Bear.
Yeah, Art Bear is fucking champion, dude. You're not going to hear a bad story from me. He's been nothing but a stand-up dude. Except when he ripped off Cyber Frog with Cyber Black and White.
I mean, his hair was so black. It looked like he dyed his hair back then. Jesus.
I barely recognized him in that video.
Yeah.
He's got the golden touch too, man. He starred in that first Spider-Man movie. Not many people know that.
I was in the first Spider-Man movie too.
Were you?
I was in 2 scenes.
What 2 scenes?
I was in the Bonesaw wrestling scene. I was in the crowd chanting Bonesaw.
Can we find a freeze frame of that, or
yeah, I can show you where I was sitting, but I doubt you'll see me. And then the other one was during the festival where Macy Gray did her performance and stuff. When they
is that when the Goblin comes down and swoops in? Okay, Art's in that same one.
Okay, there's a scene where the light post falls and hits the police car. I'm one of the extras in that scene too. I've never been able to find myself, but
we found Art one time. I wouldn't be able to find him again, but he's there. He's a little streak, but it's him. We think.
Yeah, check this out. Big time
super chat
coming from Jason Bascom. Paying you some money to promote my pre-launch for Unhinged Entertainment presents Absolute. It's just called Absolute, but if you look that up, there's a lot of campaigns with that in the title. All right, we'll be taking a look at that, Jason Bascom.
And Baca, and right.
You actually made me think of something, Sean.
Absolute.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to drink, but I'm going to, and I can't play the audio. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can pull it up. No audio.
But if you call your title something like Absolute X or 9 or something a little more distinct, people find it no problem.
It's true.
Okay, so there's this video called "Walk Away" by Kelly Clarkson.
Okay.
I'm gonna pop it in here.
The wife likes her.
So here we go. I'm gonna make sure there's no.
Snap! Are you going to be in this video?
I am.
Be very careful. I played a video. Well, I played like 3. Ethan did. Charlie XCX struck me down for 90 days.
Even though it wasn't.
No, dude, I'm not even going to play audio. I'm just gonna show you.
We had no audio on, but we did play 3 videos.
Here, I'm gonna press pause. I'm gonna press pause when it happens. Okay.
Okay.
So she's singing. There's a cop dancing. A little bit of dancing here. This guy caresses himself. And then she watch. See this? How she turns and looks.
She's looking at you.
Look, there's the
it is you.
There you go. And then if we look up this one, Narina.
Wait, did you direct that, Dan? Is that why you're
standing
there like a director?
I storyboarded it and I get asked by my director sometimes to hop up into videos. So this particular video,
I thought it was Billy Zane.
no, you're gonna like this one. You're gonna like this one. Let me find it. There we go. Okay, so she's crawling on the floor. Look at the tomatoes. The tomatoes, they move.
No.
There's a bald head coming out of the tomato. Oh, it's Dan.
Oh, damn.
By Joseph
Look at that.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, and then we basically lace her up with lunch meats. Look at how angry I am at her.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
mad. I'm mad, and we just beat her up with food.
That's acting.
Yeah, that's real
What a
acting.
waste of toilet paper.
That's horrific.
But yeah, I didn't. You can't see me in Spider-Man, but you can see me in a vat of tomatoes. I love tomatoes.
That's awesome. What was the Kelly Clarkson one? Because my wife would probably know this song.
It's called Walk Away.
Walk Away. All right, I'll ask her.
Mr. Lee, I want to thank you so much for joining us. I know you have your meeting, and you do big things, man. We're always glad to have you. I'm going to have you back, and we'll be a little more civilized. It started civilized, and then it got crazy.
It's usually how it goes.
You got to see it. But, dude, thank you so much for joining us. Have a great meeting, and have a wonderful week. We'll be seeing you soon. All right.
Sounds good, guys.
Awesome to meet you,
Take care,
Pat.
Pat.
Easy, man. Thank you.
That was
That
great.
was awesome.
I love having old friends come up in here.
That was such a cool surprise to just turn on the stream and see Pat Lee show up.
That's right, man.
Dude,
that's what we
thank
do.
you.
That's what we do here on the Couch Doodle Show. Is we
Hell yeah, man.
we surprise a motherfucker like Joe King does. What's up, Joe King?
What up, Joe? Oh, hey.
Oh, you must be Joe King.
Oh, I haven't heard that
Oh.
one.
King.
But Ching.
Hey, don't you wish you got paid every single time?
Oh, if I did, I'd have $1 million.
That's awesome. What are you up to this fine Monday AM/Sunday PM?
Is it
What are you
Monday
doing?
already? Oh,
It's
yeah.
Monday. It's Monday here.
Sunday in my time zone.
See,
Still
you're in the
Sunday.
past. You know, Pat Lee is the future.
Yeah,
You're in the
California.
past.
Definitely in the past.
Oh, where are you in California? Don't dox yourself, but just give.
I'm in the southern part.
Okay.
That's
Cool.
far.
Yeah, you got. That's 4 out of 5 of us that were at least former residents. I used to live in Fullerton and Buena Park. Yeah, I lived in Sherman Oaks for a little while. Actually, I lived in the shit part. Let me just be honest. I lived in Van Nuys, where people people fuck for money.
Yeah, it's pretty shitty.
I think they do that everywhere.
Oh. Oldest profession in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Sorry,
pretty
Kelly.
disgusting. Van Nuys is a shithole.
Yeah. Cecil says I got a lot of people come in here when I accidentally said you were on with Jim Lee. Thank you, Cecil. Your mistake is our benefit, man. Just like you not getting Cyber Cecil before Cyber Frog came out. We know you were first. R. Brugman says Pat Lee was cool. Definitely. Pat Lee and I go way, way back. I found him in 1994 in Toronto doing excellent work. Came on, did some work on Black Flag. So he did some more work on Black Flag that I'm really, really excited about. I can grab and show the piece right now. This is a piece that he has done for it's potentially the cover. And I say potentially because I don't ever make any assumptions, but if we hit $150,000, which is our main big stretch goal for our 30-day, we're going to add a whole new extra comic book to your order for no charge. It's called Black Flag 0.5, where we're going to get some of the old alumni of Black Flag like Shelby Robertson, Pat Lee, Logan Libera, Dietrich Smith, Carl Altstetter, and myself doing new stories, as well as bringing in new guys that are brand new and on the scene that have done some really amazing Black Flag art. I've been blown away by them, as well as some new people from the ICU tryouts. And also we're going to have a fan art contest. So really an honor to get Pat Lee to do that. What do you got there? What are you holding up, Malin? Is that Into the Wood or Through the Woods?
Just opened a book or a box, for Through the Woods from Vinny Tartamello.
Is that in demand right now?
Yes.
Is it? Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
yeah,
well,
you sent me a cool little werewolf print. Look at that.
Oh, look
Nice.
Thank you, Vinny. Yeah, that's a good book, man.
What's it like to be drawn by Vinny?
Feels good. Feels good. I think he got my likeness down.
It must be
bookmark.
Very nice.
Old school Shinobi says, I have a spare $10. What's the difference between setting it on fire, contributing to Slaughter Squad?
Damn.
Dang. You know what, Joe? I want to say I've seen Slaughter Squad, and it brought me a lot of joy.
Thanks.
Great trailer.
Is there any way you can put the link in the private chat and I could share it with people?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you just it's really easy. You just type in beefybull.com and it'll come up.
Beefy Bull?
I promise, it's not a porn site.
Whoa.
Not, I was going to say, because beefy bowls, I like beefy bowls of cabbage. The devil's lettuce. Big fan. Sorry, Matt Yackey. I didn't mean to trigger you, bro. I'm a bad
me, man.
All right, so beefy.
Don't worry, we're gonna take care of Yaki.
Beefybowl.com. Yeah, when we do For the Fan Fest, it's gonna be the best time we ever forget.
A lot of weed. A lot of weed.
Weapons. Hi, weapons grade.
We're gonna ask
wait that long.
We're gonna ask the question: can I bus? All right, so here we go. I'm gonna share my screen. We're gonna see Mr. Joe's Slaughter Squad. I'm so grateful for that they mentioned it and brought it up. I watched this the other day for the first time, and it brought me joy. I was filled with joy when I saw this. So,
Right now, get Slaughter Squad Volume 1, a double feature including the first 2 parts of the 8-part series.
Barely hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta pump up the volume.
Did you click the audio button, Dan?
I did.
Well, I can just do the voices myself.
Y'all making me watch cartoons.
You know what?
Do what a bull's gotta do.
We've had better luck when other people share their screens. I'm on a Mac, and for some reason in Chrome, the enable audio, like I have it all the way cranked in YouTube, all the way cranked on my screen. I
can share it.
Yeah, please share it, and then what we'll do is we'll just pop your screen in, and you'll have better audio. Look at it, Job of the Cut. I thought those were synonymous. Pump up the jam. Pump
Chad
it
was
up.
always complaining about something.
What up, Scott? How are you this fine evening? If you guys need to check out the Peregrine link, also back Door Kickers if you haven't yet. I'm really excited about Door Kickers. You got it there, Joe King. All right, I'm adding to the stream now. I'm gonna make it full screen that motherfucker. Don't show us your Pornhub, bro. Just like hit it.
Can you hear it?
No.
Nay.
God damn it!
You can't even hear it at all. You didn't even click the box, brother.
Damn it.
What the?
Damn
All right,
it.
let me try that again.
Damn it. We're getting slaughtered. Job of the Cuck is right. If I don't complain, you guys don't get better. Hey, Coach, I think this guy's trying to. I think he's trying to out Coach. That ain't.
Oh man.
Cuck.
Good advice there.
Cuck. We've been friends. Don't fuck that up.
It's weird.
Cuck now.
Always appreciate you, Java.
I switched to Firefox and it's different. It doesn't work the same way. What the?
No, are you on a Mac?
What are we looking for?
Malin's gonna save us.
What's it called?
Just type in Beefy Bull. Beefybull.com.
Not bowl. That's a whole different thing.
Hardbeefybull.com.
Oh, .com?
Yeah.
They're starting to call him Coach Jabba now, John. I don't know what you want to do about that.
That's assistant coach.
Jabba Nobata, and I think that's what that means is assistant.
All right, let me see if I can handle this here.
All right.
You're not going to get what you paid for. Actually, you're going to get exactly what you paid for, Mrs. Allen.
All right.
I've actually always had really good luck with everything on Wish. As a matter of fact.
Oh, shit.
Shit that shows up on Wish on those ads on Facebook.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
That's cool.
What's he got?
Dan, you
I
want to share
bought
my
this
screen?
motherfucker on Wish.
Yeah, I will, but I need to see I need to see Luke's hammer of destruction.
Nice.
Now, what's crazy though is you ordered a shovel.
Big mix-up.
This is true, but I was happy with the hammer I ended up with.
I believe it. All right, let's take a
Pretty
look
good.
at John Malin, the coach's stream. You guys see
John.
that?
All right, let's see if it works.
Oh, Life with Liam.
Third time
Get Slaughter Squad Volume 1.
Yours sounds good,
Double
John.
feature, including the first 2
Mail's
parts
a pro.
of an 8-part series. Thanks, everybody.
Firefox sucks. I'm switching back to Chrome.
Oh yeah.
You sure you want to go back in there? A bull's gotta do what a bull's gotta do. Eat hot lead, suckers! Huh? What? Mess with the bull, get the horns! Shit just got real. Who the hell are you? I'm 100% Psycho Beefcake. Think you can handle it, Susie? Fuck you, asshole. Fuck you, asshole! Your horns are strong. That's what she said. Why would she say that?
Oh.
Got him.
Oh. Yes. That's how you do that.
Fatality.
It's like Blood Strike all over again.
Motherfucker. Hell yeah.
Big cars.
Mama would be proud.
It's like if Animal Farm was an action movie.
Yeah, exactly.
It's got action and heart.
Kilgore. You're dead meat.
And that was the governor of Texas.
I love it.
He's like the kingpin in this story.
Joe, did you do all the voices on there or what?
I did, yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Awesome. I have a very limited range. I can only do 80s like action heroes.
I love that you referenced the documentary Predator.
Yeah.
I love that.
That was a big influence.
Fuck you, asshole.
Good comeback.
Sheila Allen, have you not been paying attention? It's beefybull.com.
Very easy to remember.
Yeah, no, it's good. It makes me hungry, actually. I want some bibimbap, put some eggs and some rice in there, and have me a big beefy bowl of bibimbap. Gentlemen.
Man, now I want a steak.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of steak, did you see how Donald abused the steak earlier today on this stream? Jesus Christ.
I saw him drinking shots of A1 sauce, and
Is that what that was? He's out of control.
I wish I was watching pus videos at that point.
Jesus Christ. Wow. I was like, what is that cube shit? What the hell is that?
I don't
Call
know.
that steak?
What you notice he had a non-marbled piece of meat and then cut all the fat off of it before he grilled it. Like he took every bit of character off of that meat before he, grilled it into shoe leather.
You know what I call fat? I call it flavor country.
Mm-hmm.
I like to chew it like bubble gum.
Yeah, I point at that and I show my kids a nice ribeye and I see all that marbling. That there is flavor country.
It's good exercise for the
John's like, are we about to go into food show right now? Are we transitioning to food show?
We're always ready for food show.
Matt Yaki, look at this. Shinobi, old school Shinobi is our new Jekyll and Heckle. Does Matt Yaki speak or does he sit there just to look awkward? You need to give them a whole hot batch of murder cam. Is what you need to do.
Oh, we can do that.
What's the craziest you've seen through murder cam? I remember some cop cars going past.
Yeah, there was that cop
last
that
year.
had that whole section blocked off for a while. I mean, I see a lot of weird shit out here. It's I don't know.
He just doesn't record it.
No, and those bushes see a lot of action across the street.
Yeah,
a lot of action goes on over there. It's kind of disturbing.
How goes the lettering, Phil?
Good.
I want to thank you and Joe for your green room patience. Going in the green room, I know it gets crazy, but we had some old schoolers in the house. It was kind of crazy, especially like when it was John, Pat, and me, and then Matt, when you were here, that was four Liefeld alumni, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right.
I almost feel like we need to have a name for ourselves. I don't know what it is. We'll find it. But I think it's pretty cool. Yeah. It's pretty cool that we came through there. That's one of the things I gotta give Rob a lot of credit. Like people give him shit and they go for the low hanging fruit of the no feet, bad wrist, vacuum gun, big titty Captain America. That is the big titty Captain America. But he has a great eye for talent. Out of all the studios, I'm talking Jim's studio, Mark's studio, and Rob's studio. The alumni of Rob's studio have gone on to do things. You know what I'm saying? Fantastic things. So
my ears.
Big love and respect for Rob in that regard. But I mean, absolutely. he's a character too. I think all of us are characters.
For sure.
And then this guy says, and Rob is the worst artist. No, there's worse. I've seen some pretty shit. The big titty cap a lot. I'm going to tell you a story about that.
That cap never skipped, chest day.
I'm going to tell you a story. I'm going to tell you guys a story about big titty cap from firsthand in the trenches when it happened. And I'm not going to, this isn't me giving Rob shit. This is just like a legit recollection of what happened. We all saw it in the studio. That would be Matt Hawkins, Marat, Eric Stevenson, Stephen Platt, and myself. We all saw it. This was 96. And we said, oh, damn some titties. And we went to talk to Rob, and we kid gloved it, but we didn't kid glove it so much that we basically just said like, yo, Cap's looking kind of chesty, bro. And Rob's response to us, and I quote, "This is how gods stand."
Check and mate.
Yeah, you can't. You can't. The conversation's over after that.
No, this is how God stands. So he was feeling the triumphant pose of pumping your chest out and just but
himself.
Yeah, but them titties.
I remember when I saw that cover at the grocery store when I was a kid. I was like, "This is fucking awesome."
Yeah,
certainly eye catching.
Yes. I grabbed a copy.
Yeah,
Is Black Flag made from those titty milk? Titty milk from that, or
the finest the breast milks. It might be Cambodian. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
whatever P Diddy drinks. I get mine first. That's all I'm saying. He's getting secondhand titty milk. Oh man, and Colt Gang. Andrew Huerta. What's up, man? How are you, man? I smoked a bowl in your honor today. So, I need me a Colt Gang shirt. But yeah, I'll take Rob's art over Marvel's Tumblr artist. Any
But,
day,
of course.
any day of the week. Hail, Mr. Huerta.
I mean, hell, did you guys see the Major X stuff he did? That was great. That stuff
was
sold
great.
like gangbusters.
Hey, did you know that I inked pages in that book?
No.
Yeah. And I inked the reprint cover, the second printing cover of issue 5. I got love for Rob. Always, always and forever. Even all
His
the
shit always sells in the shop. His shit always sells.
That's how it goes.
Yeah, it always will.
Always has, always will.
That's right. That's right.
I don't care.
Eye-catching covers.
Yeah. He knows how to put together a team. He's got a great eye for things.
His new cover looks really good too.
He knows how to draw a cover too, an eye-catching cover.
Obviously, he knows talent. But no, he's got a great eye for talent. One of the things that I used to do too is I would go to shows, and one of my job was sort of like a talent scout. So I brought Chap Yapin, I brought Larry Stucker in, I brought Pat Lee in, I brought Todd Knock in. There were a lot of guys that I was
Todd.
Yeah, I was out on the search for talent. And that's what Matt and I are going to do. Yaki is the art director at Incredible Comics, and we've gotten some really great submissions. And in June, we're going to take a look and put those people to work on the 0.5 issue.
That's gonna be so fucking dope.
So we're at the 3 hour and 15 minute mark. We've had a wonderful guest. We've had a really great guest. I'm going to wind down the show. We're going to take another look at the Black Flag campaign. We're going to go around. We're going to do the classic Couch Doodles wind down, where everybody gets a minute. The floor is yours, is what we say. Let's see. Refresh. We're at the exact same place we were before. I feel great about it. 91,620 with 1,126 backers. We are doing so freaking awesome. We're on our way to 6 figures. Young lady, we're going to be having some stickers done. Stickers of the team, and we're gonna have the Pink Bunny humiliation stretch goal.
One week.
1 week.
Commit to the suit for 1 week.
You say 1 week. It was you and Cecil who set terms. It was Adam AF and Rotten Glory that said you need to do this, but you and Cecil set terms. So if you guys can agree on terms, then that'll help me because I plan on fulfilling earlier than my date, but I didn't want to wear it for that long. I'm thinking about chafing. I'm thinking about the funkiness of being a pink bunny all that time. Also,
it's only for live streams.
You have to wash it.
I know, but here's the thing: my kids will get ridiculed. They'll come back from COVID, and they'll be like, "Your dad's a pink bunny. What's wrong?" Does he tuck you in bed in that suit? And then the one in the know kid goes, "Your dad's a furry." And then,
that one, no.
So I gotta, we want it to happen and we don't want it to happen, but we
one day for 100K, 1 week for 200K.
Now I'll do the 2 weeks. I'll match your brows plus a minute. I'll match your brows plus a minute. And this is what I do. This is what I used to say to Matt Yackey, because Matt Yackey in our gang, we had the Cloud City gang back in Brea. That's where I lived. When you brought up the hat, I got real sad and verklempt because I miss Brea. I miss Taps.
I miss the hat.
I miss the hat. I miss Taps. But
that's funny. We lived in 2 of the same towns, Brea and Fullerton.
That's right, dude. We did it. We did it like that. But yeah, man, I miss those good old days. But I don't miss being a funky pink bunny, and I don't. But I'm gonna do it. I'm excited about it, and I'm ready to go. John, we're gonna go. We do this every time. I go. It's yours. 1 minute. 1 minute.
Then you get the boot.
Well, you want to get booted? I'll boot you, man.
Yeah. After my minute, I'll bow out.
Get the hook out.
Everyone go check out Cyberfrog Wreck Planet. Broke $700,000. Ethan's goal in the next 11 days is to get it to 816, I think. So check that out. Check out Black Flag. Graveyard Shift Volume 3 will be launching in June, only after Volume 2 fulfills. So if you're interested, get on the mailing list. I'll put it in chat right there. And that gives you a foil trading card. And I'm considering throwing something else in there. We'll see. I have to run some numbers.
The quats only stay good in the cold weather, bro.
They will not be quads in your comic books, no.
Okay.
But yeah, guys, thanks for having me on, Dan. Appreciate it. It was fun. Nice having conversation with Pat. And yeah, everyone have a great time. Hashtag Comicsgate. Bye.
Hell.
Have a good one.
Hell, Malin.
Hey-o.
All right, Matt Yaki, you have a full minute, bro. What's happening?
Well, the only thing I really have to promote is Black Flag.
My man.
Yeah.
People to get on there and check that out.
My man, you guys can check that out on Indiegogo. We are rocking and rolling and doing immensely better than any of my wildest dreams, which means we're gonna have some more comics sooner than later. But Matt Yaki,
that's good stuff.
Tell us what you're coloring, dude. I know you're doing some stuff for Danzig.
Yeah, doing some stuff for Danzig. I just finished up a Marvel book.
And we got one last thing from DC. They kept sending me little revisions. Like, can you put this logo on so and so's shoulder? Can you do this? So
they sent me the artwork for that on Thursday, I want to say.
Okay,
So
that's when I did my revisions. That is exactly right. Excellent, man.
So I'm working on that, and yeah, that's about it at the moment. Just
all right.
Black Flag.
You're looking good, man. You're looking good. I miss you. I can't wait till you come on through.
Let me know when.
All right. We're gonna kick you. Here comes the boot. All right. My dude Luke, you got a minute.
Fragaboom.
Talk about what you want to talk about, bro.
I'm proud of all you guys. CG, the creators, the fans. I'm proud of all you guys. There are so many fucking cool looking comics on Indiegogo. I wish I could back them all. My wallet's not deep enough, but I'm proud of all of you for making some cool shit for me to read. So, hell CG, hell y'all, go back Black Flag.
Thank you, man. What is your shoe of preference?
What is my what?
Shoe of preference.
My shoe?
Yeah, tell me your shoe of preference. What do you like? What kind of shoe do you like?
I like boots, man.
I'm kicking you with a boot. All right.
Gave him the boot.
All right, my man. All right, Phil, you got a minute, my man.
All right, everybody. So we are almost to 12K on Magic Cop. So check out Magic Cop. I know a lot of people. Yeah, there it is. Joe just got his. Hail, brother.
There it is, man.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we're almost there. And if you guys want to see more from us at Zaid Comics, check out the Lost pages. Just littering up another page here that I just got in from The Colorist. You can check it out on Indiegogo. I'll drop the link in the chat. And Zaid Comics, our channel on YouTube. Go sub to that. Just tomorrow we were doing a live stream with a bunch of our pals to talk about comics and what we're doing. And if you like this character, Crimstone, you're definitely going to see more of him. And Dan Frigg is actually going to be doing a sick trading card for the campaign when we get to some stretch goals. So head on to that mailing list, people.
Hey, can you tell me a Canadian joke?
Yeah, so a Canadian walks into a bar.
What are you talking about? All right. What up, Joe King? You got a minute.
What up? All right. Thanks for having me on. Congrats. Watching your campaign blow up. It's been awesome. And check me out on the Wayncast on Tuesday and
Beefy Bull.
Go to beefybull.com. Everyone's gonna get a trading card who signs up.
Excellent, man.
Check it out.
Thank you so much. I don't have any funniness for you, bro. I just, no, remember that there was a song. Are you a hip hop fan?
A little bit, yeah. More 90s.
Okay. You'll love this song. It was by a Tribe Called Quest. It goes,
oh, yeah.
It goes like this. Can I kick it? Yes, I can. All right. We just kicked you. I'm Fragaboom. I'm the host of your show, The Couch Doodle Show. Thank you so much. We have had a wonderful time featuring my longtime pal and guest, Pat Lee. We got to see Uncle E come in. Congratulations to Uncle E, John Malin, Luke, Matt, Phil, Joe, Mike Green, everybody that came through. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, chat. If you haven't subscribed, you know what to do. I believe it's over here on this side. No, it's this side. I always fuck it up. Down here is a bell. Hit that bell, hit all. I come on. I do live streams. Going to be doing a lot more pre-recorded stuff. We got some interviews coming up with Liefeld, Mignola, all kinds of great shit. Anyway, you guys are fucking awesome. I just want to let you guys know how awesome you are. Be well. Be and do your best. We'll see you on the flip. I'm going to end you with the greatest comic cover I've ever drawn.